It's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Analyst Desk. Did you know when you're at the Analyst Desk, every day feels like game day, bro?
Jacob,
yeah.
Our title is clickbait. The Flyers are not alive, Jacob. It's a lie.
I need to fix that.
It's a clickbait title, Jacob.
Jacob, get your shit together.
Clickbait. Click.
Jacob getting called out hardcore.
I had to tell him, man. I noticed it just now, but the Flyers are not still alive. Actually, they helped the Hurricanes set history. They let the Hurricanes set NHL history today.
That's right.
First team in the modern era of which every series is 7 games. They set a new NHL first team since 1985 to sweep their opening 2 series, and first time since they expanded the playoffs to all 7-game series. New history.
Right. Yeah.
First
we
time.
We are alive. Yeah. And hey, we were on earlier today. Yeah, the Habs did make it a tied series. I'm excited to finally get to watch
looking
these
good.
Habs.
Hey, how do you guys know I'm not a ghost? I'm just a ghost that you can see.
Enjoy the win now for Minnesota because you're not winning another game in this.
Damn.
Welcome to the desk.
Damn.
You are new. Avalanche
That's
and
crazy. No.
Wow.
Okay.
Ballsy.
First of all, welcome to the desk. If you do enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Makes a big difference. Dan gets so happy.
Why aren't you plugging?
Okay, Dan is like an angel. When we get a subscriber, a new Dan gets his wings. But
literally.
Look, I want to see this to Colorado.
Crazy.
And look, I get Colorado is a very good team. But if Wallstead plays like that and Minnesota's power play keeps rolling, this is a series. Because Minnesota's
that's a big if on the power play. That power play has
came to play today.
That power play has struggled in these playoffs.
Yeah, don't diss Rick's team like that.
Yeah, no, don't diss Rick's team like that.
Jacob, did anyone check with Colorado because they really hit a brick wall?
Yeah, literally.
Wallstead. What a good job from the Wild, though. Good job 100%. From Wallstead on jumping back after a tough loss. But he hasn't played since game 1. It was 5 days rest. He's had a lot of rest to reset.
Maybe that's what he needed.
It's exactly what he needed. I was just about to say that. I think that's exactly what he needed. I think he's young, first playoff run in the NHL. And he came back and he shut down what is the best team in the regular, which was the best team in the regular season. And despite their offense not exactly consistently being as amazing as we've seen it be, it has been very good so far in this series across the first 2 games. And Minnesota did a good job shutting them down. Their power play started going, and hopefully that power play can continue to go. But anybody who thought this series was going to be relatively a short series didn't watch the first round, Minnesota versus Dallas. Didn't watch that amazingly fun series. And it's this series. If this series doesn't go 7, I would be genuinely surprised. It's gonna be a very fun series, to say the least.
I also want to give a shout out to our former Barry Coates boy from Colorado, Mackenzie Blackwood, because he sat on the bench for the whole playoffs and sat on a bench a lot going in stretch, and he came in. I thought he played very well.
And actually, Dan,
it was a tough goal to give up, but that was a good bounce. That was a bounce for Minnesota.
That leads me to our first gas or ass of the evening. Rick's like in a smelly butt. Now,
I already know what this is going to be.
Gas or
I already know what
ass?
this is going to be.
Does Colorado need to make a goaltending change?
Exactly what
change has to go back to Wedgwood.
Yes.
I'm 100% all gas, no brakes on this, boys. I don't think Wedgwood has looked that great in this series in general. I know he got 2 wins, but I don't think he's looked superb. And I thought Blackwood, the one goal he let in, didn't really have a chance on. He looked good. He did give Colorado a chance to get back into this one. I'm going to Mackenzie Blackwood. He was your starter to start the year. Let's get him in there. What do you think, Dan?
I'm totally agreeing with you, Jacob. I'm saying gas. I mean, Colorado has had a 2-goalie system now all year and the last couple years, I believe, and it's been working very well for them. So why not go back to it?
What's your thoughts on this, Adam?
It's hard because all the other goaltending changes that have happened haven't been well outside of this one. I even felt I didn't like the Wallstead. I didn't like the Gustafsson change for game 2, even though I understood what I think they were trying to do with it. It seemed weird. It's tough when he played so well in the first round as well, and because I didn't agree with the Wallstead change, I can't agree with this one because Wallstead did give up 8 goals. Or gave up whatever how many it was. I don't remember when the goalie got pulled in that game. But whatever how many goals Wallstead gave up in game 1. And I did agree with the change when it had happened for that game. So I can't agree with this change because he played so well last game. Literally in game 2, Wedgwood had played really good.
Hey, Lane.
And it's tough when you give up 3 goals on 12 shots. But he's already shown in these playoffs that he can be very good. I think the team in front of him needs to be a hell of a lot better next game. They need to adjust to the changes that the Wild have made. The Wild have made the necessary changes to win this game, and Colorado didn't adapt to them well enough. And that is A, on the players, and B, on the coach. And both need to be better. Wedgwood needs to be better, but at the end of the day, they are playing a very good team. Very good Wild team. I'm not going to pull them on one game when I didn't agree that Wallstead should have been pulled. And if I don't agree with that polling, then I can't agree with this polling. But Jacob, I have a question for you since you brought this up. Did you agree with Wallstead getting pulled for game 2? Did you agree with that change?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But Rick, what do you think here? Gas or ass? If you're Colorado, are you going to Blackwood?
I mean, I play Blackwood because Wedgwood has let in 12 goals in this series alone.
Yeah.
I know everyone's going to say our goalie gave up a lot, but I mean, that's over 2 games. Whereas their goalie gave up 12 and 3.
Yeah, and I think more for the reason why I didn't agree with the Wallstad, and I'm agreeing with this one. Let's say I would have given Wallstad game 1 and 2, and if game 3 he struggled, I would have went to Gustafsson. Oh, sorry, like game 1 and 2, yeah. And if he struggled in game 2, I would have went to Gustafsson. I think Colorado has given Wedgwood enough of a runway in this series, and he just hasn't been playing well. And I thought Blackwood came in today and played well, and you've ran a 2-goalie system for most of the season. But here's a comment that's going to get especially more for your money upset. Marner Conn Smythe. Right now, my Conn Smythe is Freddie Anderson, and I can't believe I'm saying that. He's only allowed 2 goals every game.
I'll tell you who my Conn Smythe is right now.
He's not even the Conn Smythe guy that I would choose on his own team. I love Mitch Marner, and he's been playing great in the playoffs, but he's not even on the Conn Smythe list for his own. At least for me, he's not my Conn Smythe pick for that team. If I was going to pick somebody, it wouldn't have been Mitch Marner right now. Despite how well he's been playing, he's got to get into, it would probably be either the way Carter Hart has played for a majority or Jack Eichel, because I think Jack Eichel's been really good. Dorofeyev has been really good as well.
You could also give it to Howden. He's been incredible.
Howden's been real. Yeah, there's been play. There's Mitch Marner's up there, but we're also 2 rounds away from the Stanley Cup finals.
Lacombe, yeah. I mean, if
Lacombe, that's a good one.
Lacombe's been playing well. Yeah,
give Anaheim a lot of credit.
Not a bad
Freddie
team.
Anderson,
Weak at center ice, and Colorado has lots of depth at center. Yeah, it's very.
This team is so good.
You got it.
Really good though.
You really got to wonder too. Minnesota's doing this without Eriksson Ek in the lineup too, right?
And Brodin.
Those are 2. But in my opinion, this game came down to Quinn Hughes just went on the ice and said, "We're not losing."
Yeah,
Hughes and Kaprizov just completely took over this game.
This has been a really interesting series.
And
both teams
don't forget the Foligno brothers
had
15
games
hits.
that they've dominated.
True, the Foligno brothers were incredible today.
Oh, man.
But like we've seen now the Wild and Colorado both dominate one game each. And then we had that crazy game 1. So now Minnesota had to readjust. Now Colorado has to readjust. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens in game 4, because I think Colorado needs to come out and adjust to what Minnesota has done now, especially with what they did on the back end, the changes they made on the back end. So I guess we'll see how Colorado reacts. But either way, despite which goalie they put in, Colorado, I doubt if Wedgwood goes for game 4, he's going to be as bad as he was tonight. If they go.
How's it going, Ontario Secret? What's going on, Dan? You got your hand up like you're back in grade 8.
Well, I love the comment about Conn Smythe. So, I was very polite in grade 8, I love the comment about the Conn Smythe winner. So, but I'm put my opinion out there. I'm going to give it to a goaltender. I'm going to get Jacob's going crazy here. I'm going to give it to Jakub Dolvis right now. I think he's played incredible for Montreal.
No, he's not even the best goalie in the playoffs, Dan. He's had a good playoffs, but to say he's been better than Freddie Anderson, I don't know what you're huffing in your room, but it's certainly not hockey.
Freddie's been the most dominant goalie so far.
Anderson, he's
not allowed more than 2 goals in this playoffs yet.
Don't get me wrong, Dolbus has been good, but before Montreal fans start to attack me, Jakub Dolbus has been very good, but he's had the odd game where it's been a little dicey. Freddie Anderson, basically a team knows if they allow more than 1 goal against, they will not win. And that's tough, right? That is a tough task. And I look at it with Anderson. He's been so calm, cool, and collective. Even when he lets in a weak goal every now and then, it's not affecting him. Like right now, for me, it's got to be like if I had to pick a Conn Smythe today, which obviously I don't because we're only in the second round. For me, it would have to be Anderson. And here we got a lot of ones here for the Habs, Dolbus. And yeah, I would agree, actually, if you're talking the Habs. Yeah, sure, I would argue Dolbus. Yeah, Benson for the Sabres has been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been great.
McKinnon, yeah, I can see McKinnon. I actually might have leaned towards Makar over McKinnon. I think Makar has been a little more effective at times. I think McKinnon still tries to do a bit too much himself, but I mean, it's not a bad take. Anderson for Carolina. Vegas, you have Marner and Anaheim Lacombe. None of those are bad takes. Yeah, that's a good list.
Good list. Very good list.
Isles Door, crazy that you said 34 to the Caps because I don't even know. Wait, I want you to give your trade. If that's Matthews, then I want to see your trade package. Caps to the Leafs. I want to see that. If you're gonna say 34 to the Caps.
You know what we'll take? Let's bring Leo Carlson over to Toronto. John Carlson
doesn't play for the Caps.
Right.
John Carlson doesn't play for the Caps.
Anaheim.
I don't like Jacob.
Cole Hudson.
Has to be Tom Wilson being that trade.
Tom Wilson, honestly, Tom Wilson and Cole Hudson for Austin Matthews. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I would do that.
Won't happen.
But it starts with Hudson. Doesn't end there. I wouldn't take 2 players for Matthews.
But overall, I think if you're a Wild fan, and Rick, I definitely want to ask you on this one. I think you got to be happy with the way Minnesota played today.
Yes, and even without our second best center, and one of our top defensemen.
That's right.
Yeah,
crazy.
This is going to be a fun series. It's going to be a fun series to see when those guys come back.
Well, you gotta look at Minnesota's depth. Like, look at how big of an impact Zach Bogosian was in this game. Maybe he's your 7th defenseman. He's up because of the injury, but boy, he was so physical tonight, and he was setting a presence. And I'm kind of surprised. I think so far in this series, I think Bogosian has done more than what Brett Burns has done for Colorado.
I'd agree to that. I also want to say too, when you're talking physicality, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of the Foligno brothers, they set the tone in this game. First shift. They just went out there and went, we can't beat you speed, but we can murder you. And that's essentially what they went for. And Colorado, I felt kind of baited into it a bit too much because Colorado's not going to outmuscle Minnesota. They can outspeed them, but they're not going to outmuscle them. But let's get back to some comments here. I can see. Funny enough, we had this conversation earlier today, and I have an interesting take on this, and I don't know if fans will agree or disagree.
San Jose has been linked with Matthews all year. By the way.
I know they. Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm just telling you, Jacob. I'm adding extra context to this.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying.
Well, I personally feel if you're San Jose, I don't pull the trigger on an Austin Matthews trade, and I'm going to tell you why. I think San Jose is really building something, and you look at Montreal; they had opportunities to make these big trades. And look how they hung on the guys like Nick Suzuki. They hold on the guys like Cole Caulfield and Yaroslav Savkovsky when they could have moved them. And look at Vegas, for example, when they moved Nick Suzuki for
Max
Pacioretty. Thank you. And like, I think San Jose is not in a situation where they're trying to push for a Stanley Cup this upcoming season. I personally think Misa could end up being a better player than Austin Matthews. I think he has that much potential. Like and you're really risking moving a guy like him to bring in Matthews. And let's say Matthews, with all his injury problems, you never know. But you know what we do know? We have a very dashing man joining us. It's Lane Dashing Dashko.
Whoa.
That's right.
Oh, it's a shame.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Lane, show off those features.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob, he was shaved last night, I'm pretty sure. When we saw
that, Adam.
Well, I wasn't here last night.
I'm talking to Jacob, Dan. When did I say Dan? I said Jacob.
I don't know.
Dan, you and Jacob are not the same person, by the way.
No,
like,
you know,
we're not
identical twins. We're not identical twins.
But before we move on, Jacob, I need some rock music. I need some rock music and some breaking news because I got something crazy for the desk.
Okay,
here's breaking news.
Leave it up for a minute and give me some rock music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that Dashingly Dashko is the most dashing man on the podcast. Wait, I'm gonna reveal. It's gonna be worth it.
Okay, Hurt.
All right. Where's my rock music? Where's my music?
It's there.
I don't hear it.
Oh my god.
I hear it.
Oh, okay. But ladies and gentlemen,
anyways,
everybody knows that I'm the most dashing man on the planet.
Oh God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lane Dashko got a hat.
Got a
What?
hat.
You got a hat?
Oh
my god!
You got a hat that fits you.
Oh my gosh! You got a hat.
I got a hat, everybody. I got an upgrade. Let's go.
Like it.
Oh my god! You got a hat.
Adam, that comment you made earlier is actually the first time since 1987.
Yeah, that's 85 to be exact. 87 was the rule change. 87 was the change. 87. Well, Rick, no. So, Rick, the 85 Oilers, they said this on the blog, 85 Oilers were the last team to do it. 87 was when they changed it to every single series with 7 games. So, 87, I don't think any team did it in 87, but that's when the rule change was. That's when the series change was. So, all the series, I think the first round was 5. Well, the first 2 rounds were 5, like the AHL is. And then they changed it to every series with 7. So they've changed it. They changed it. And that's the year they changed it, was 87. 87 was the first year of all 7-game series.
One last thing I want to mention before we go back to hockey.
Like
there's a Toronto team going to a championship in their sport. Do we know what Toronto team is going to the championship?
The Toronto Marlies.
Toronto Marlies.
Not going to the championship.
Oh, and a
Toronto Rock is in the finals.
Okay, guys, the Toronto Marlies are not in the finals.
Playing Hamilton.
Dan, what? The Marlies are not in the finals.
Well, it was a guess, okay?
Well, it was the wrong guess.
They're in the top 8.
I'm just here to look pretty. That's all I do.
That's right.
And mind you, these are the
only
comments
if there's underage
that
people
Gavin
there.
McKenna will have to deal with in Leafs Nation.
Yeah, but she can't organize an after party if there's no.
Guys,
I'm
the number one.
Why is she going to give alcohol?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, guys, why is she going to give alcohol to overage people? There's no underage people. What is she going to organize?
McKenna will be underage.
She only gives alcohol to underage kids, as we've learned.
Well, everybody, I'm the number 1 draft pick. I got the hat. I've been drafted.
You got the hat. The logo is sick on that hat, though, Lane.
Yeah, I got the Retro Jays logo.
I love that logo. I'm not being
Stop
a bummer.
being a bummer.
Hey, Lane.
Okay.
Lane.
You can be a bum. I think you're the bummer.
Does that mean you're going on
okay.
a date with his mom? Because dashing Lane Dashko needs a date.
Oh.
Oh, I got a special date, but it's not his mom.
So for Lane's date, I guess he's going to get the flowers down at Adam's basement and clean everything up, make sure all
There's
the
flowers in my basement. Wait, Lane, there's flowers in my basement? I also didn't know my basement was that nice, but...
Oh, no, it's weeds falling through the ground.
What?
Anyways.
It's cracking through the foundation.
What?
Hopefully Adam does not need new foundation, but
oh my god, Dan, that's a new fear of mine now. It's flowers.
You got the old house at the Swedish Seaway.
How
many foundations giving out too? Yeah. We don't know.
Okay, god damn it, Dan, that's a new fear. That's a new fear now.
Though, who
I love the new fear.
Who we could say has laid down a good foundation? That's the Philadelphia Flyers.
Let's go!
Oh, yeah.
But I think they need to be. I think this team should be proud. They played a good game. I think they played a pretty good game today. I know they were outshot. I felt bad for Vladar because he should have had the OT goal, but he played great.
He did. Yeah, that was a rough goal.
I think Philly is actually. I could see them being like a big surprise next year. And actually, this is an interesting question. Mitchkov was a healthy scratch for the second time these playoffs.
Wow.
Are we seeing a Mitchkov trade?
Well,
I can see it happening.
Well, what I think is interesting is that this is the second coach that has now multiple times benched Matvei Mitchkov.
Correct.
The first time in the playoffs, of course.
Yeah.
It's the first time in the playoffs, but it's now Tortorella benched him for. Now, I do want to say Tortorella. The reason Torts benched Mitchkov, I actually like the reason. The reason he at least gave the media was that he wanted Mitchkov to sit on the bench and watch. If he's making a mistake, he wants him to watch what other players are doing so he can learn.
Right.
But I think what I don't remember who their new coach is. What his name
Rick
is.
Tocchet.
Rick Tocchet. He is just, I don't know what he's doing. And I know Matvei Mitchkov hasn't been great in these playoffs, but he is a great offensive player. And when you barely play him in the third period, how do you expect this guy to grow? If I'm Matvei Mitchkov, I'm asking out this summer. And I'm being like, you guys don't have to, well, you don't have to trade him, of course. But do what Cutter Gauthier did. I'm never playing. Tell them you're never playing a game there again. This is a disaster. This is, it could be a work ethic thing, of course. But you would think they would have traded him by now if there was a work ethic thing. If that's the issue, then why are the Flyers even still have this kid around?
Oh, I mean, he only has one assist the whole playoffs in 8 games.
Porter Martone has been really good for them. Jet Luchenko's coming through. They have a lot of good young players coming through. They didn't need Matvei Mitchkov. Still, at this point, if they want to trade him, they can trade him. And if I'm Mitchkov, I'm wanting out because this is just bad. This is not a good situation for him.
Well, fair enough, but in the defense of the Flyers, right? This is why a lot of people don't want to pick Russian prospects because, unfortunately, they have this sort of attitude that they think they walk on water. Because I don't get this whole I'm so great, but yet you refuse to come to training camp in shape. Your point production's gone down. Sounds like you have this massive attitude around that you think you're this grand finale person when you barely got 50 points this year, bro. I don't know. I don't know why they do the I don't know why certain Russian players. You saw it with Yakupov do the same thing where he refused to go to the AHL to learn. He refuses to do the diet. He refused to listen to the dietitian and the trainers and everything. I don't get where some of these players come from because I know they come from Russia and they think back in Russia I drink the vodka. It's well, you know what? Well, this is the NHL, and if you don't do things their way, you're gonna have a tough time, buddy. As a ski instructor in South Park says, you're going to have a bad time.
I want to say this here right off the hop. I'm telling you where Mitchkov's going to go. Washington.
That's what I was going to say.
Wait.
Bring him to
Wait,
Washington.
I do want to point something out. We don't know.
8.
So, Lane, I think a big issue that we don't know is, well, we don't know if he has attitude issues because nobody's talked about if he has. Now, he does come in overweight. Lane,
sorry.
Just wait a second. I was going to say, he has come in overweight. And whether that's an issue of him not being just, it's him being off on his own and him not, Philly not also giving him a diet plan, because this could also be a Philly issue.
Maybe.
Whether Philly is giving him a diet plan to watch after, and why Philly isn't asking him to stay in Philly and to work with staff. These are all things that Philly could ask him to do. Should Mitchkov be doing that to develop his own game? Yeah. But Philly's never sent him down to the AHL, nor have they tried to, as far as I know. And it's like, but it's also, he put up 929 last game. I don't think he played a minute in the third period. Today,
that's a problem.
So let's look forward to today and the guy who I assume replaced him, which was Jet Luchenko. Jet Luchenko played 12:31 today. This is his first game of the playoffs. Never touched the playoff. Hasn't played in like a couple weeks. Wait, actually, I don't think he's ever played in an NHL game yet. Porter Marteau has played 17:37, but there's also there was his jump in minutes. Like he played 11:31, 17:23, and then back down to 12 minutes. I'm like, wait, the kid is getting these very random influxes of game time. Does that help him? I don't think so. I've talked about it before, the way that New York developed Alexei Lafreniere, where Alexei Lafreniere was playing on the third line when he is clearly a top 6 winger and he's not built to play in the bottom 6. When you're playing in the bottom 6, you're expected to be a checker and you're expected to help shut down. But a lot of what Alexei Lafreniere's game was offense. It's the same thing with Mitchkov. There was a reason Mitchkov was debated about being the first overall pick before COVID and before Russia was removed from all events. Mind you, guys, Matvei Mitchkov outscored Connor Bedard at the U18s. One of the last tournaments he played was the U18s. He outscored Connor Bedard in that tournament. Canada won gold in that tournament, but Matvei Mitchkov had 18 points to Connor Bedard's 16. Matvei Mitchkov has shown before he scouts stopped going over to Russia that he was one of the better players. That's why he was up there. That's why the number one overall debate was so hot between Mitchkov and Bedard for so long. Is because Matvei Mitchkov is a very talented player. He also dropped, but that's because scouts couldn't watch him. Scouts couldn't watch him in Russia. That was a big reason why the scouts, why he was dropped, because nobody could watch him.
Don't worry. I have asked ChatGPT for a diet plan for Mitchkov, and it's surprisingly given me one, okay?
What?
So Philadelphia Flyers, listen here.
That's crazy.
Mitchkov, you got to eat for breakfast. You need eggs, oatmeal, fruit, protein shake. That's it. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Lunch, chicken, or fish or salmon, rice, or sweet potato. You can't have both. If you have both, you're going to turn into me. Can't do that. And you got to eat all your vegetables, okay? Pre-game. No, hold on. We're talking pre-game. We're talking right before this puck drops. He needs his pasta. He needs his lean meat. And he needs high hibernation, all those electrolytes. So get that Gatorade in here. And then post-game, the game's done. He got to play 12 minutes because he ate right. He's got to get that recovery shake. He needs that chicken. He needs that rice. He needs a high-protein meal within 1 hour. 1 hour, okay? And then his snack, he's going to have Greek yogurt. He's going to eat nuts. Pause.
Jacob, you were really intense.
He's going to eat bananas, protein bars. And now he's got to focus, okay? He's going to focus on adding muscle without losing speed. Speed is key. Improve conditioning. Stay energized through the NHL schedule. And limit processed food and sugar. If you do that, Mitchkov, you won't turn into the Analyst Desk sports analyst who eats too much sugar. But that's not the point.
Well, if he wants to become dashing, here's his new diet plan.
Exactly, the workout plan.
You have to eat pizza, French fries, salt and vinegar's Lay's chips with a glass of Coke.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. I didn't know about.
Well, that was also his dad died, I think, right before the draft, right before he was drafted or something like that. I think maybe it
Oh,
was
and
actually
also it's
earlier than
Mother's
that,
Day,
but-
so let's give a happy Mother's
Well,
Day
now
to all
it's
the mothers
Mother's
who are
Day,
joining us
yeah.
at the desk, including our mother, who is an amazing woman. So my brother and I's mother, Rick,
Chris is
Adam,
like
and Lane.
Chris.
all
That
have
seems like a
different mothers
threat
than
at the
Dan and I.
end. That sounds
Happy
like
Mother's
a threat to me.
Day.
Okay, if you
I feel
don't wish your
threatened
mother a
now.
happy Mother's Day, you do deserve an RLs.
What?
Celebrini is
Okay,
definitely the real
Jacob,
deal, James Neal.
Jacob, scroll up because there was another comment he made about Bedard.
Bedard had a good
That was
public
crazy to
team
me.
and agent. He's
That is
not a
insane.
generational talent.
That is crazy to me.
I used to
You're
think
actually
that
crazy.
until this year.
Yeah.
He did really improve.
Connor Bedard is unreal. Mind you, Celebrini plays with Will Smith, Tyler Toffoli, Victor, William Eklund. He plays his roster when Celebrini came in was phenomenal. Now, is Macklin
spot, you gotta be
Celebrini
happy right
a
now.
generational talent? Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, he's
Day
been
right there,
phenomenal. He had over 100 points this year.
Hello.
First teenager since
Did the kid.
a Sidney Crosby to have over 100 points in a year. He was phenomenal again this year. He's up for the Ted Lindsay. Phenomenal player. But Connor Bedard plays with a bunch of scrubs. He plays with a bunch of AHL guys, really. And a lot of young guys around him. He doesn't have a lot of talent. This year was probably the best line mates he's had in
And it wasn't
3
good
years.
stuff.
That's why he had a career season this year.
Correct.
These are the best line mates he has had so far in his career. And you could already see he is jumping bounds now. He's played so much better this year than he did his first 2 years. And, at the end of the day, not every rookie that comes in is going to be an Austin Matthews. It's going to be a Sidney Crosby. It's going to be an Alex Ovechkin. It's going to be all these other all these other great rookies who have come in. They need to have time to develop, because if you don't give them time to develop, it's going to be you are at risk of ruining certain players, like especially with how people treat others on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying anybody's doing that right now, but he is certainly starting to live up to the hype. And I have never stopped believing in Connor Bedard. I love Connor Bedard.
To add to your point, Adam, when Mikheyev is your fourth leader in points, your team is bad. And I love Mikheyev, by the way. But you cannot have your fourth best point total guy to have 36 points.
Yeah, that's a
Tyler
problem.
Bertuzzi is your next best, who had 58 and 79. For Tyler Bertuzzi, that's a great year, by the way. But, like Bedard, if he played all the games, he would have been around 89, 90 points this year. You got to remember, before he was hurt, Chicago was a playoff team.
Correct.
Like, Bedard is the real deal. I really feel for Chicago, they just need to go get Bedard a couple 20, 30 goal scorers to play with, which is going to be a lot of those.
What happened in Wyandotte this year? Last year he got 40 goals.
Remember,
This
he was
year
a
just
30
fell
goal
off the
scorer
map.
last year. He really took a nosedive.
Well, it doesn't help when Bedard missed a good chunk of time as well. And it's like, and mind you guys, he was on pace for over 90 points. Him and Celebrini, and Leo Carlson for the first 2 months of the season, because I feel like some people have very short memories these days.
Yeah,
they forget that Bedard and Celebrini for like 3 months was going punch for punch.
They were neck and neck.
Those two were neck and neck for that up there. Leo Carlson was near them as well for a good little bit before he had a little bit of a slowdown there with Anaheim. But like Bedard and Celebrini are just as talented as each other. And it sucks when people, now I'm not saying anybody's doing that in the comments. I'm not saying Eilsdor was doing that with his comment, but it sucks when some people, especially on other social media sites, put down Bedard by using Celebrini as something to punch him down on because of how good Celebrini is doing. But people don't look at the rosters, which is the issue, is that Connor Bedard's teammates are not nearly as good as Celebrini's teammates. The guys Celebrini are playing with are very talented, or they both have decent rosters, but Celebrini's roster also almost made the playoffs, and Connor Bedard's has the 4th overall pick this year.
Right.
Yeah, I will say I want to come back to this comment on the Hart Trophy, and I
the Sharks have a high pick as well, but
I totally agree on this. I think Celebrini deserves it because you take Celebrini off the Sharks, they're really bad. This is going to be a hot take. You take Nathan McKinnon off Colorado, they're still a playoff team.
100%.
Oh, easy.
I can understand why he wasn't up for the Hart, though. I can understand why. Given he was in the Ted Lindsay conversation, I can understand why he didn't earn, even though I think it should have been the other way around, where I think he should have been in the Hart and McKinnon should have been in the, or Kuchar, whichever one Celebrity beat out for the Ted Lindsay. He should have been in for the Hart Trophy because he was more so the most valuable player to his team, which is what the MVP is. Ted Lindsay is the most outstanding player. If you look at the definitions for the awards, that is how it's defined. Is MVP is most valuable? Hart is the most valuable, and Ted Lindsay is the most outstanding. So Celebrity should have been in the most valuable conversation rather than the most outstanding, even though he was very outstanding this year.
I agree with that.
Yeah, let's be honest. The NHL award system is a complete sham.
No, it's been like that for years. The Hart has been a disaster for like a decade. The Hart has been a disaster for a decade.
I think
that quick answer this question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Rick wants to answer this.
I was gonna say this shot is for Kaprizov, who had 3 points tonight.
Let's go! Drink it up. Yeah,
Good shot of root beer. I'm kidding. I know.
It's Crown Royal.
Ooh,
nice.
Yes, we all knew.
He's got the good
Uncle
stuff.
Dougie will be mad. He will dump it. He'll dump it with his private jet.
Yeah, I do agree with this comment. Matthew Schaefer is definitely going to win the Calder, and this is no disrespect to Seneca or Demidov.
Seneca's done nothing in his playoffs.
That's not true either, Dan. He scored a really nice goal in game 2. But Matthew Schaefer put up generational numbers. These other rookies were good. And I mean, I feel the same way about Wallstead and Dobas. I think they had very good numbers, but not generational numbers. So that's what it came down to. You know, I'm a little jealous too that Rick has Crown Royal and none of us do. Dan,
I know, eh?
Well, you guys want to be really jealous? Look what my mom got.
Spot up is one step closer to his milkshake.
Oh, nice. What was it?
I might get arrested.
Away, right?
Jacob, I might get arrested showing this on air. Look what my mom got.
Whoa, that's a big bottle.
Jack Daniels.
Let's go.
Honestly, Lane, when you said you were about to get arrested, I thought you were going to pull out some Argo swag.
Yeah, me too. I totally thought Argo was going to uninvite you.
Wearing an old red black shirt from their inauguration.
Jacob,
season.
I have a question.
I thought he was going to pull something else out. I thought this ain't the right YouTube channel for that.
But our new Discord might
canceled.
be.
So Jacob, I have a question for you.
What's up?
How many fans, without looking it up, showed up to the Toronto FC game today to see Lionel Messi?
Probably a lot.
Without looking it up.
18,000.
What it is.
I'm going to guess 21,500.
18,000, I'm guessing.
I'm going to guess
not even close. Not even close.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
32.
Higher.
Oh my gosh. Blue 35.
44,828.
Let's go, Toronto.
I say something. I want to say something about this because Dan, you might celebrate that, but that's not a good thing in any sense of the word. Is that attendance is nice for TFC? Like it's nice to see, but the reason why there are so many people there is the reason why it's kind of
take the victory, Adam. Take the victory.
But Dan, you haven't let me finish with what I was saying.
I know.
The issue with it is that they came for an opposition player is the issue of what fans have with what had happened today. The reason is that this team is trying, but and these people, it's not like they're all traveling from Miami, guys. These guys a lot of these people are from Toronto wearing Messi jerseys, being TFC fans,
get it. Yeah.
Showing up in Messi jerseys, in inner Miami jerseys to a TFC home game and being TFC fans. That's an issue. And nobody can tell me that they weren't because that is a fact. I know it's a fact because it happened last year as well.
Crazy.
It's happened the year before. Every year Messi has been there. The only reason people show up to this game is to watch Messi. Nobody it's not a good thing when the only game you get this amount of fans in is one game a year. And it's kind of just like Messi is a legend. I respect him.
It's kind
of I love that.
it's kind of like how the
not
tickets
great.
go up in price when Sidney Crosby comes to
I was
town.
just going to say the
difference-
same thing.
But the only
But
thing is to
Obi.
counteract the difference is the attendance might go up by 1,000 and it's not going to go up by 300%. And like Toronto FC,
And then it's going to go
get good
down to like
attendance.
7,000 next game.
That's
Go
what I
all the
mean,
way
right?
down next game. Like it's an issue.
So like actually more like 450%.
yeah,
Like that's
it's
an
going
issue.
to go way down next game. Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Adam. When Toronto sees like good though, don't they usually get like sold like still really good attendance like
Yeah,
when they're actually
no.
good?
Oh,
The
for
issue,
sure.
the issue is they haven't been good in like 7 years.
3 years.
Well, there you go.
But, like,
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
the
just going
problem.
to say this too,
Well-
and I'm saying this as an Argo fan, so I don't mean any disrespect to Argo fans, but it's bad when
Bullshit.
Toronto FC is getting less attendance than the Toronto Argos consistently. So not like the Argos are necessarily good attendance. Look, I'm not criticizing the fans who go. I'm one of the ones who goes, and I mean I think they do have a good passionate
So,
fan base. But saying the same thing about
Jacob.
Toronto FC, but it's not a good look when people say that no one cares about football in Toronto. And then your other version of football actually does worse.
Well, the issue is, guys, is that TFC have been around. Let me see if I could actually remember when their inaugural season was. It was like 20. I think
16?
it was like it was
2016,
2006. No, it wasn't 2016, Dan. They were around for a lot longer before that. It's like 2006, I think, was
2005
their first
October.
year. Thank you. Okay, so they have been around for that long. I want
Wow.
you guys to guess without looking it up how many years TFC were good. So from 2005 to now, guess how many years they were good.
Two.
They were
Well, back
actually
when they
a
had
good football
Davies,
team.
right?
Yeah.
So no, Jacob, just guess the amount of years. Don't
Oh, 6 years.
3 years. 6. Okay, thank you. Dan,
You're welcome.
I'll say 3 years.
Lane.
I'm going even less. I'm saying 2.
Okay, Rick. I'm looking it up.
Well,
a stretch where they're
for
actually
that,
good.
I just won't answer.
Okay, so and Jacob, TFC never had Alphonso Davies. That's the Davies you mean? That was Vancouver, and Alphonso Davies is now in Europe.
Close
So
enough.
that's why I said don't. That's why I was saying no to what you
I was
were
gonna say, I
trying
don't
to
think
say,
he played with
because
FC,
you were
though.
way wrong. You were already way off on the other side of the country with a player you just named.
He got the
And I
trophy,
know-
right?
I also know that
borders.
is the only Canadian soccer player that you actually know.
I don't think
So
Rick is drunk.
So I'll say it. So it's 2016,
One
to
shot.
2017. Wait, so 2016, 17, they went to back-to-back MLS Cups. So those were their two. The next year they kind of
Yeah, that's what I was
struggled.
going to say.
And then 19 to 21, they were again good. They have not been back to an MLS Cup final since I think it was 2021 was the last time they went.
So
I could
the
be wrong
last-
on that.
so
And they have been
they've only
craps
finished-
for the last 6 years. They've
They've
been
only
bad for a
finished
lot
in
of the
top
time.
5 3 times.
Yeah, they have been historically very bad. They have been historically a
Of
very
course.
bad, very poorly run team. But their heights have been very good. Like they went to back-to-back MLS Cups. They set in 2017. They were the best team in MLS history at that point. They went to the CONCACAF Champions League final in 2018. I want to say it was. It was the year after they won the MLS Cup. They went all the way.
Well, that's a good question.
And it was really, really bad. They were really bad that year in the MLS, though. But they've had good heights, but the heights never lasted. That's the whole issue.
Brendan Moore was
maybe,
not
yeah.
nominated for Coach of the Year this year. I didn't think he was. I was just double checking. It was Lindy Ruff, John Cooper,
No, it
and Dan
wasn't.
Muse. Which Dan Muse was a terrible pick, in my opinion, for Coach of
Who's
the Year.
Dan Muse again?
Pittsburgh's coach.
He's Pittsburgh's coach, rookie coach,
I don't know.
first year coaching too.
I
I'm
don't know
shocked.
how. I don't know how it's not either Brendan Moore or St. Louis. And I think Dan Muse, that's the wrong pick.
The other pick I was going to say, too, is I've never been a huge fan of his.
Craig
personally.
Berube. Okay.
No. But I'm shocked that Wick Tarkett was not on the list. Like, the fact that he took Philly as far as he did was incredible.
Jacob. No, sorry, Dan. Keep going. I was going
to say, I agree with Jacob with St. Louis being up there. And who was the other one you said, Jacob?
John Cooper.
St. Louis or Brendan Moore.
Brendan Moore, yeah, 100%. So I would do Brendan Moore, St. Louis, or Wick Tarkett. That'll be my three.
So you wouldn't have. Well, I was going to say, Jacob, did you expect the Penguins to be in the playoffs this year after last year?
Yes.
You genuinely did.
I did.
Genuinely,
I thought
you
when they
expected
brought
them to
in,
be
I
in the
thought when they brought in Anthony Mantha, and I thought I
Great signing.
I expected Sidney Crosby to continue to find a way.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Even
as
with
long
the rookie coach?
I have this feeling about, and you guys can think I'm crazy. That's totally fine. I think as long as Sidney Crosby is on that team, they have a chance of going on a run. That is my belief in Sidney Crosby. Yeah. And I get it didn't happen this year because, well, it took them too long to make some lineup changes. I thought Shelov's played a lot better than Skinner, even though I'm not saying it was Skinner's fault.
He also started game 1.
But at the end of the day, I think as long as you have Sidney Crosby, who is a generational player, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, he broke a record that I never thought I'd see broken with most point per game seasons in NHL history, to do it every year of his career, and he'll probably do it again next year. I really do feel Pittsburgh is still, I think they need to add more, but yeah, every year Crosby is on that team, I still believe. And Brendan, answer your question, yeah, I do think Malkin will be back, and I think he'll be back in a Pittsburgh Penguin jersey. I don't see him going anywhere else. He's already got his mattress. He doesn't know where Sleep Country moved, so he's gonna. You
never know.
I honestly think he'll stay in Pittsburgh. I think the Letang, Malkin, Crosby unit will retire together.
I think Malkin's going to go to Washington.
No, he's not. Him and Ovechkin don't even like each other.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
He gave him a goal record.
Let's not act like Dubas.
I've given someone a birthday gift. Doesn't mean I like them.
That's a Rolex, bro.
Yeah.
Can I finish what I was saying, Jacob? Say, it actually, like, nobody really talks about it, but is Dubas going to want to bring Malkin back next year, depending on the price? Like, if Malkin wants more money than what he could be worth this year, he's not going to bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Dubas. Ain't Ovi going to the Russian league? I think Ovechkin's coming back.
He hasn't said anything.
Well, I think Ovi's coming back for sure.
He'll go back. I have no idea what we're talking about here.
I think this is soccer comment, so I can't really comment on this.
Yeah, but this has I have no idea what he's talking about because David Beckham, who I assume is who he's bringing up, David Beckham has been retired for like 12 years. He's been retired for a while, so I have no idea what he's talking about at all with that comment.
So I kind of get what you're saying here about Pittsburgh. I guess I just when you have the greatest, in my opinion, at least one of the greatest players of all time, you always feel they could do something, right?
That's going to say
because I think Sidney Crosby, I would argue he's the greatest player in NHL history because he's done it in a much tougher era to put up these points than back in the 80s and 90s where fourth liners were scoring 30 goals and goalies were wearing pads as thin as like pencil cases. But go ahead, Dan.
So I'll just go ahead and say, I think when it comes to Evgeny Malkin, I think John Tavares has set a new sample for the NHL with how he did his contract. Talk about a hometown discount. I think now Malkin was almost a point-to-game player this year. He only got 61 points, so he was injured a lot, right? So I think he is skill-wise, of his playing his career, comparable to John Tavares. And you look at old veteran guys, I would say 35+, but still going to give you 60, 80 points a season, be good on face-offs, be good at power plays. The hometown discount for that contract, I think, is about $4 million. He got paid he got paid 4.8 this year with 6.1 cap hit because of the way the contract worked out at the end. So I think if he's going to come back to Pittsburgh, I think he's going to sign around that $4.5 million hit. I think if he hits the open market, though, since he did get 61 points, he did get 3 or 4 points in the playoffs in just 5 games. I think on the open market, he could hit 6.5. Now, will he go on the open market and get the extra $2 million, or will he take the hometown discount? That's what we'll see.
Or is he going to get 6.7?
6.7. Well,
so yeah, and I will say this. I would love to see Crosby go to Montreal, but I don't think he will. And I think Crosby is so loyal. The song might be "These Girls Ain't Loyal," but that song was not about Sidney Crosby. I think he'll stay in Pittsburgh until he retires, and then he'll join the coaching staff.
Yeah.
I keep saying this, and I feel like people. I know why people do say this stuff, but I do want to point out, everybody, when you're talking about stuff like this, let's also remember that Sidney Crosby has never once said he wants to play anywhere else other than Pittsburgh. He has said he wants to stay in Pittsburgh for his whole career. He has never, Sidney Crosby has never said once that he would like to play elsewhere, and he has any plans of playing elsewhere. You guys can say it all you want, but like, let's also remember, like, you can dream, but when Crosby has said countless times he's retiring as a Penguin and he wants to be there for the rest of his career,
Matt
your
Sundin
dreams
said the
start to
same thing
become a
about
little.
Toronto.
I love to ruin your dreams, man. I love to do it.
So
you're so rude to me half the
Jacob,
time.
I
So
have
you
a
know what?
question.
I'm gonna ruin your dreams for you.
So here's my question. Let's say the Pittsburgh Four has 2 years left.
Yeah.
Before they retire. How long after the Big Four retire do you think Pittsburgh's going to have to rebuild for?
6 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
6
gonna
years,
be a
because
while.
they literally, because as long as you have those big pieces, you have to buy. You cannot have another year of Crosby not making the playoffs if you're Kyle Dubas. And I think if there's 1 year of them not making the playoffs, Dubas is fired, because you cannot have the greatest player in NHL history go out limping. He's got to go out in the playoffs every year until he retires. And by the way, I think Crosby still might have 3 years left in him. He's still a point per game guy. He's still arguably a top 10 player in the NHL. Like,
Chris Chelios played until he's what, 43?
The thing is, the way he conditions, maybe Mitchkov needs to call him if you guys all think he needs to get on a workout plan like that J. Cole song. I don't know. But no, I just, and who knows? You know what? When, as much as I said about Mitchkov to Washington, maybe it's Mitchkov to Pittsburgh. Mentor under Malkin and Crosby. Because I think Mitchkov's super talented, by the way. But I do agree with the comments when they're saying that I like that Mitchkov needs to leave Philadelphia. I think he does too. Yeah, maybe Toronto brings in Mitchkov. We love bringing in players of attitude who don't like to perform in the playoffs. So who knows? No. We have some more comments here. When did Bobby Orr start playing for the Pens? I mean, yeah, Bobby Orr did completely reinvent the defensive position. We wouldn't have Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar without Bobby Orr. And I will say, watching tonight's game, I'm very glad we have Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar.
Well, that's why I would say Bobby Orr's the greatest of all time. Pat Quinn just ended it a little too early.
Dubas has slick with. That's very true. He does. I think he could. Maybe Pittsburgh's the one that makes a big move and brings in Jason Robertson. I think Pittsburgh's going to have to buy. They have to buy.
No, well, Jacob, do they have the picks to make the bid? They can't actually offer him a contract if they don't have the picks.
They can trade for the picks.
They can trade. No, it has to be your picks.
It
has to be your picks. I'm pretty sure it has to be your picks.
The NHL CBA.
I don't think you're. I think it has to be your picks.
It does have to be your picks. Yes, Adam.
Okay, yeah. So they can't actually do it. Same thing with the Leafs. The Leafs would have to trade for Robertson, but they can't offer Robertson an RFA contract.
But
they're not allowed to. They don't have the picks.
But you can
Pittsburgh can trade for Robertson. Then there you go. I don't know. I just think Pittsburgh's going to be really busy in the offseason because I think they found their goalie in Sheilofs. I think Skinner's going to be a really good mentor for Sheilofs. I think Stuart Skinner's like a great dude. Like, he's a type of guy that I'd want to go out and have a steak dinner with. And I think if you're Pittsburgh, I think as long as you have Sidney Crosby on that team playing at the level he's playing at, you have to buy and you have to get better. But it'll be interesting to see, especially for Philadelphia. I'm really curious to see what they do in the offseason, because I think Philly, again, Lane, I'm curious about your perspective because I don't think you were on with us yet. How do you feel about Philadelphia's season as a whole? Like, do you agree with what I'm saying, that you think this was a huge success, even though they got swept by Carolina?
Oh, yeah, of course, because I think they showed, like they're still a young team, right? They're still a team that everyone kind of didn't count out a lot and said, "Oh, these guys aren't going to make it." And hey, look, I mean, they beat Pittsburgh they were able to beat Pittsburgh. They got to the second round. Carolina's a really good team that, it's really hard to beat apparently. So no shame losing to them. I think Philadelphia can really build on what Rick Tocchet has built there, and that team of young guys and what they've actually tried to do there. I actually like what they've done. So I agree with you, Jacob. I think it's been a successful season for them.
Yeah, I think so too. Philly had lotto ball luck over the past 6 years, like Montreal, and they're up and coming.
Yeah, they drafted really well.
Skinner, I don't think he's a UFA. I think he still has 2 more years on his deal. Let me check.
Good question.
With the power of internet and love, I'll find out for you.
Skinner's are UFA.
2022.
Skinner's UFA.
He is a UFA. Okay. You
I
know what?
only
Those
know
on
'cause I did
Pittsburgh,
have it
I'm
open.
seriously considering keeping him as a backup for Shelovs. I
Yeah.
think he can be a really good mentor for you.
Apparently, those two got along really well.
My gosh, I'm saying this too. Stuart Skinner's that trade by Pittsburgh, getting rid of Tristan Jarry's salary and then getting a goalie that's out of contract is just looking better and better all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking Stuart Skinner, not Jeff Skinner, Isidore. Jeff Skinner would also be a free agent, though, as well. What's your fun fact, Spot Up? I want to hear it. Well, I'm going to read it, and then I'll make sure everyone else can hear it, because I'll use my words. My words are weapons.
But Adam, the one thing you did forget, though, I'm not saying this would happen. You could trade for his rights if you find the right package.
I know. I did. I brought that up. I said that.
Oh,
I
you
said
did?
Penguins could find a
Sean
trade for
Walker
him.
flew down to Carolina
He
to
did,
welcome
yeah,
his
that's
newborn
crazy.
baby. Wow, good for Sean Walker.
Carolina
Let's
had to
congratulate him
get
on his
a
baby
plane.
boy.
Carolina had to back to Philly in time for the game.
Good for Carolina, though.
It was crazy. Good for him.
I like him as goalie. That's been what I like about Stuart Skinner is this is going to be weird to say, but Stuart Skinner, I would before you guys go crazy on me, let me finish because this one's gonna take a bit to explain. No, Stuart Skinner and Mitch Marner are the same.
What?
And the reason being, both guys were constantly blamed for the team's failure. They both left. The team failed worse. Stuart Skinner proved he was not the problem in Edmonton. Because look, he left Edmonton. They brought in another goalie. He was significantly worse. They went out first round. Toronto Maple Leaf fans, I'm looking at you, Dan, especially, and even myself, as much as I'm still not upset about Marner being gone.
Adam.
Adam's always been a Marner fan, but saying that Mitch Marner was the problem.
I was right all
Mitch
along,
Marner
as I always
is
am.
now been talking a Conn Smythe conversation this year.
I won't last.
About what he's doing in the playoffs. And Toronto did not make the playoffs without him. Dan, they're both in the same situation. They are two guys that were constantly blamed for a systemic problem with the organization. I don't care who's in net for Edmonton. They're not winning a cup with that crappy defense. It's not happening. And I don't care for Toronto until you fix the culture and bring in leadership. They're not going on a cup run.
Maybe Toronto believes in Jeff Skinner.
Dubas was fleeced. I don't think Dubas was fleeced at all because Tristan Jarry and Stuart Skinner are kind of the same. And you got Brett Kulak.
No, Dubas fleeced.
Oh, this is the problem when you're old like me. You get confused. I understand.
Jacob, you do this all the time. Okay, wait, Jacob, I have some fun facts for you guys.
But where's
you guys have to endure me? Okay, well, you guys, and these are not really fun facts. I'm gonna have you guys guess
hard
some
knock
stuff.
Life for Stuart.
Okay, are you ready, Jacob?
That's a great song by Jay-Z.
No, I'm not saying Mitch Marner's in that. I'm saying like it was. I'm saying that like both guys were blamed for the team's failure. Both guys left. Both teams failed worse. Go ahead, Adam.
Okay, Jacob, can I go?
So
you guys are gonna guess which player these are. Okay,
25.
you guys ready? Wait, which one do I want to do first? Okay, wait. Which active? So this player is currently active. Who is the last active NHL player to play in a game that ended in a tie?
I know this, so I will not answer.
I know it too.
Jacob. Oh, so you two are not allowed to answer this question
because I told Dan.
No, looking it up, Lane and Rick. So Jacob, you may know all of these. Then I'm not sure. You may know all of these. Rick, we can't hear you, Rick. Oh, Rick's trying to figure this out.
Oh, we got Tech Rick on the case.
No, still can't hear you, Rick.
He's the world's greatest mime.
No, I'm trying to fix my mic.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Rick, what's your guess?
So it has to be an old person.
It is not Adam
Larson.
Larson.
I have a really funny thing to let you know about this.
Trying to think of who's old in the league.
It is not Jay-Z.
It's not. Maybe it is
Jay-Z.
Marner's a great player, except
just throw it a guess.
Nylander in the playoffs.
Brandon Gallagher.
No. You know what's really funny? Rick, what's really funny? This guy played for your team when this happened.
Lane, who is it?
On your
you know,
team.
Lane?
Active?
When this happened.
Active.
The last active NHL player. He played
Freddie
on your
Anderson.
team during this game. He played on your team.
The question is, to repeat the question, who is the last active player to play in a game that ended in a tie?
I'll give you the date of it after as well.
Spot up.
Don't answer yet, spot up to give it away.
It is not Drew Doughty.
You're in the right kind of you're
Drew Doughty never played for Minnesota.
Brent Burns, I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey! Dan, I was letting Rick answer.
But Lane got it.
Gosh. Yeah, but I was gonna tell him he got it after Rick guessed.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez,
Minnesota. I was thinking current team. I was thinking like current roster.
Okay, the date was March 10th, 2004, and it ended 1-1, and it went to overtime, of course, against the Canucks.
And yeah, that Canadian white trash guy, you got to give Anderson
Mr. Burns.
a lot of credit.
So Dan, just so you know, for this next one, if you know the answer, don't answer it. Also, don't give away the answer when somebody else still hasn't guessed the answer, please.
Okay.
Stop ruining it.
Okay.
Okay, this is like 2 parts. You got to answer this. Clearly, this is going to be 2 parts. You got to have to answer. Okay. Which active? I'll give you the 2 GMs. I'll give you the 2 GMs actually for this.
Okay, so we have
which player?
Names?
Let me ask the question first. I'm gonna give you. Okay, which current active player has played with both Bill? I literally said his name before. Bill Guerin, and Joe Sakic. Which active player has played against both?
That's a good question.
Played for both GMs?
He played against both GMs. He played against them.
Sidney Crosby?
Nope. You're both wrong.
Brent Burns.
Already.
Good guess.
Rick, what's your guess? I know Jacob's guess.
So if it's Bill Guerin and who else?
Joe
Sakic. Yeah. Not Corey Perry.
Joe Nieuwendyk.
Nope.
You said he's an active player, right?
Jacob got it right. It was
we have another
Chewbacca
person letting us know we need to use the treadmill in the comments. So
it was Chewbacca. It was Brett Burns. Big old Brett Burns.
I said
when he played for
again.
It was big old Burnsy. I'm wondering if you guys are realizing a pattern here yet, but I do doubt that now I just said it. You guys are then realizing this pattern here that I have. Okay, wait. I'm gonna name you some players that Brett Burns had skated against. This is crazy. As a rookie, mind you.
Okay, rookie. I want to say this is what 2004.
I'm gonna give you the players. I'm not asking you guys to. If you guys want to guess it, you guys can guess it. But I doubt you're gonna get them all. This is as a rookie. He skated against these guys as a rookie.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you your organization and which these players belong to?
Is it all on the same team?
Yeah, they all were players that he played against one team. I could give you the team. It will make it easier for you guys.
Yeah, those are funny commercials.
Do you want it? Do you want the team?
Yeah, let's go.
It's the Avalanche. He played against all of these guys as a rookie. They all played for the Avalanche.
Lane's back.
I think you guys, one of these guys, you guys are going to at least forget, or 2 of these guys, you're going to forget they played for this organization.
I'm going to say Theodore.
Nope, not Theodore.
Joseph Theodore, yeah.
Well, he's not on this list, so it's wrong for now because it's not on this list.
These are the only,
you guys are only guessing the guys on this list. And he's not on the list, so he doesn't count for this.
What's the question?
Okay,
we have the name players that played against Brett Burns as a rookie.
He played against them. He didn't play with them. He played against them, and they played for the Avalanche.
I'm trying to think.
It's a list of players. Not every. Oh my God, Dad, that was one of the guys I didn't think you would get. It is Paul Correa was one of them. I really did not think you guys were going to get
Spot Up
that
is not a fan of trivia night.
Joe Sakic?
He is not on this list, so he doesn't count.
Okay.
If he played for them at that point still, he's not on my list, though. So
I'm trying to think of...
Can I give another one?
Go ahead, Dan.
yeah, Dan, this is not a question for one person. You guys can just all guess.
Okay,
Just
Teemu
random
Selanne.
Yes, that's the other guy I didn't think you guys would get, but it was Teemu, yeah. Because okay, so now you guys kind of know the year because those two played for them for 1 year.
2006.
Nope, 2003.
Yeah, it's his rookie season. It's his rookie season.
So 2006.
no, I was gonna say something, but he played for the Flames, and I could have sworn he played for Colorado.
Throw it.
I
Throw
was
it.
gonna
out.
say Jerome McGinley, but he played for.
Oh, Jerome McGinley. Let's
He
get
played
this.
for them later in his career. He played for them in like
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Um,
Alex Tenge or whatever his name is.
What? Damn, Dan has got 3 of them because Alex Tenge is on this list. Yo, that's crazy.
What about Hayduk? We have Hayduk in the comments.
Yeah, Milan Hajduk is on the list. So that's 4. There's 3 left.
Steve Moore.
Nope, he's not on my list. So
Teemu
no.
Selanne.
You already
Teemu
said
Selanne.
Teemu Selanne, Dan. You've guessed 3 of them, Dan, and Teemu Selanne
Hey.
was one of them.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
use Ali Dora's comment and say Adam Deadmarsh.
No, he's not on my list.
That's a good guess.
Spot Up. You don't want to be on the list.
Yes, you are on that list. Spot Up 11 is right on this list. It's crazy. Not on the list.
Trevor
I'm trying to think
Not
back
on
to
the
my
list.
early
Oh!
high school days.
John Michael Lyles.
Nope, not on the list.
Wow, I thought he
Good
played every
guess.
game that year.
Jeez, this is bringing me back to my high school
Jacob?
days.
Jacob,
Literally,
you were
yeah.
looking at a list of players from that Avalanche. There is a list of 7 players on here, Jacob, not the whole team. So stop doing that. It's a list of 7 guys.
I got 3 out of 7. That's pretty good.
That's 4.
what-
Because you got Hayden.
Give me
The
Adam Foote.
Yeah. So
Rod
Jacob, you're
Blake.
cheating. You're just Jacob's cheating. He has the
Okay,
list in front of
so-
him. Jacob, none of these answers count for you. You're out. You're disqualified. You're disqualified.
Okay, question.
DQ'd. Yes.
Did Ray Bork? I know Ray Bork played at some point
not on
with
the list.
Colorado.
No, but
Not
he was
on the list?
retired.
Okay.
He-
No, it's
he was in,
2001. That was like way back.
yeah, he
Okay.
retired after like 01, I think it was.
Frig, I'm trying to think of who the centers were, or even who the forwards were.
There was only 7 guys. Like, it's not the whole team. I'm trying to get you guys to guess. There's only so many. No, he's not on the list. If you guys heard Jacob's answers, you can give them, but Jacob's DQ'd. He's lost, and he's
I
actually.
didn't even.
So you did hear his answer, so that's good. Jacob, you're disqualified. He's no longer. Nope, not on
Oh,
the
that's a
list.
good guess.
Not on the list. Doesn't count.
Scott
Not on the
Thornton.
list.
Scott
No.
Thornton.
Oh, good guess.
No. Lane, you got any guesses?
No.
Not a
Okay.
clue, eh?
One of them you guys should get because he's a very
It's
obvious
you know
one
what's
that should be
making
on
me
this
mad
list.
is because wasn't 2004 the year that we beat them in Game 7?
I think.
Yep.
Okay, one of these guys is obvious and is a legend of this franchise, and you guys haven't gotten them yet. It's crazy to me.
Peter Forsberg?
Thank you, Lane. Dan, finally. Dan, that was the most obvious answer on this list.
Yeah, see, I was
Bloody
thinking of
Peter
2000.
Forsberg.
I was thinking of 2006, and that's when Forsberg went to Philly as a free agent. But in 2004, he was still an Avalanche because it was before the salary cap. So, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy that took so long for somebody to guess was Peter Forsberg. But
Is that the whole list, or is there more?
no, there's 2 more. I could just give them to you.
Sure, because it's gonna take us forever.
It's so Jacob already guessed Rob Blake and Adam Foote, and he
Yeah.
cheated. So Jacob's actually disqualified from the rest of this game. He's DQ'd. He's not allowed on any more of these facts. I'm actually quite disappointed in Jacob. Okay, so now this is you guessing too. Okay, so Brett Burns has played 620 more games than these 2 players combined. They're playing in the series, the Avs and Wild series. I'm gonna
Okay.
nail this for you guys. It's 2 players combined. He's played 620 more games than them.
Jonas Brodin.
1 from each team. Brodin is not on there. No, it's not Brodin.
Okay.
Quinn Hughes.
Yes, Quinn Hughes is one of them. Who's the other?
Have a good night, Christopher.
What did
Makar?
you say? Yeah, they played. How many games do you think they played combined? Just a random guess.
Combined,
random
520.
1,100 games, regular season and playoffs combined.
Oh,
Brett Burns has played 620 more than those 2 games combined. It's insanity. It's
So I have a general question. Since we're talking off season, how often have you guys ever seen it where people have changed coaches like right off the hop? Like usually it's like off season, July.
Yeah, it's been
like
strange
right away
this
after
year.
the season's ended.
So
Like, right-
I can tell you right now, it's playoffs have been what since the 20th of April.
I do feel this.
Yeah, something like that.
So in 30 days, Pete DeVore's already changed the whole coaching staff of New York Islanders.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
crazy.
I'm just saying that's just odd that it's done already.
Yeah,
Usually
for sure.
right into like June, July, August.
Right.
Well, that's what happened with the Leafs. It took forever for Craig Berube to finish out his staff.
Could this
We got
have
so
something to
long.
do like with the draft? They want to get all the staff in place before the entry draft. You think, Rick?
Maybe.
No, with coaches.
Usually that has to do with like GMs and scouting staff.
Correct.
So Dan, that's
so-
why the Leafs got their GM done so quick.
Right.
The GM and,
So
playoff.
Hamilton doesn't have a head coach because Rocky Thompson got promoted.
Okay.
Bob Bugner is now on the coaching staff.
Oh, I remember him.
The only coach that still remains next year is the goalie coach.
Oh.
Big save.
Wait, so really quickly, I have one other crazy Brett Burns facts for you guys. Just one crazy one. Brett Burns has played against Rod Brindamore as a player, for Rod as a coach, and against Rod as a coach.
That's cool.
That is insane.
And he's from Barrie, Ontario.
He is. Yep.
That is
From our
true. And
hometown.
Rod Brindamore has participated in all but 2 series victories in Carolina's history.
That's right. Yep.
2. Has not been involved
We
in
wasn't, I
all
agree.
but 2 series. That's insanity. He has been involved in 97% of Carolina's playoff games in some capacity. 97%, basically.
Which is crazy.
Insane. Yeah, so that's why I said in any capacity, Jacob.
Anderson will retire if we lose Eastern. I don't know if Anderson will retire, and I do wonder, is Carolina setting a new standard of a team wanting to run 3 goalies? Anderson has been really fresh.
Yeah.
He's not tired, and he's playing really well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a new standard where a team might run 3 goalies so their main guy that they want to run isn't dead tired? Because Anderson played, 35 games this year? He had a pretty
Something
light
like
workload.
Something like that.
And he's
Bussy played a lot
very
this
well.
year. Yeah, Bussy played a lot of games this year.
Oh, Sundin and Pelly.
Damn. I knew Canadian White Trash guy was going to hate the Sundin.
They probably will.
I knew that was going to happen. Why am I not surprised by that at all?
I'm not a fan of it either, to be honest.
I will say if Anderson
I want to
brings
see
them,
what happens.
if Anderson brings them a cup, I could see his number maybe getting retired if he continues to do what he's doing, in all seriousness.
Well, he's been
Yeah.
great for them.
Yeah.
Even if they don't win a cup, he's been great for them.
Yes,
Yeah, it's true. A
I
lot of
hope
older
Chris
goalies have started.
Morello does not come to Hamilton too. I agree.
Yes. I do.
I will pay for his plane ticket out of Hamilton if he comes anywhere near the city.
Even with inflation.
Will you play for
My
my
God,
plane
he's
ticket
been
if I have
the
to go
GM
somewhere,
since
Kurt?
2001.
He'll make you shave. It won't be a good time.
Rick, if I have to go on a plane, will you play for my plane ticket?
No, because I don't hate
Oh.
you like I do Chris Lamarillo.
Good old Freddie played 35 games this season for Carolina. Just in case you're all wondering.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he was busy, and it just does make me wonder. The era is definitely gone of the starting goalie playing 70 plus because that's the era I grew up watching hockey in, the
Right.
Cujo era. But I mean, it used to be 50. Are we gonna see 3 goalies where we go 30, and between 15 and 20?
I
It's
actually,
going to be the new norm. Because you look, right, a lot of teams do have AHL goalies who are serviceable, i.e., I'm just going to use this Toronto as an example. You could use Hildebeest a little more often. And then
Don't
if
get Lane
in the
started.
playoffs, you're able to have Dolars and or Wall, whoever you want to be your guy. You know what? They're not tired. They're not banged up. Yeah, actually, Spot Up makes a great point here, too. With Buffalo, with UPL, Lyon, and Levi, and now look how well Lyon's been playing.
100%.
I know he had a bit of an
Levi's
off night
been
again too.
So
Levi has been playing more in the AHL this year, but I do want to also
garbage.
point out, guys, the Leafs have been rocking both Akhtamov and Hildeby in the playoffs so far.
How about
they don't have one solo goalie down there in the NHL, in the AHL. Sorry, it's been Hildeby and Akhtamov starting games. Both.
It'd be interesting if you just somehow can flip Hellebuck and Bobrovsky between those two teams if both guys are looking for.
Well, that'd be a crazy hockey trade. That'd be awesome.
And one other thing I want to point out, guys, if you guys weren't aware, Providence Bruins set the I think they set the AHL win record this year or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And they crashed out. I want to point out two things about this really quickly. DiPietro, their goalie, was the MVP and won Best Goalie Award. He was dominant. Also, if you guys were not aware, the AHL does not do reviews. They don't do goal reviews. You can't review anything.
Right.
The game winner in game 3, so it was the 2 to give Springfield the 2-1 advantage. Was offside, and it was very obviously offside. And I kind of feel bad for Springfield that the Bruins, Providence, for going out like that because of how badly missed that was. And I believe the AHL is planning on bringing reviews in next year. But it's how is it taking them this long to get reviews in to the AHL? That's ridiculous.
I can actually explain that.
Can't challenge anything. It is crazy to me.
So I can actually
don't know why they haven't done it, but it is kind of crazy that they haven't.
I can explain why. And this is a great comment here. Yeah, PK Subban is now done. I see that $10 million, which is over 100,000.
Respect to him. Is that what Dan was yelling about while I was trying to talk?
And Adam, I can explain why they haven't been doing video review. So they use a video review system by the broadcast cameras. It's all broadcast cameras that are installed, and they use that for review. So here's the issue. AHL does not have the same broadcast angles as everyone else. So they don't have those cameras in the blue lines. Some of the rinks don't have the net cams. And it's difficult because every rink in the AHL has a different amount of cameras that are being used. It's not like the NHL where there's a standard. There has to be cameras here, 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 and here. And the AHL, I would compare it to like a OJHL or OHL where it's different from rink to rink. Like now the OJHL recently did it starting last season where every rink has to have a behind the net cam installed for video review for goals. However, they are not getting to look at all the angles from, let's say, when a community TV station is there because they're not there every game. So the AHL is a little different because Flow Hockey, I believe, does every single game now.
They do,
I mean, we're getting, and it's interesting here in the comment section, AHL live coverage is brutal, horrible stream quality, horrible camera angles. And this is what I'm talking about where it's harder to do video review just because the angles are not there necessarily. Right, correct. Because Flow can't spend the amount of money as a big broadcaster can, right? Like Dan and I were having this conversation earlier today. I called Dan out because he's going on about Brady Oliveira's show, and he said, "Oh, you could just do it on YouTube." I said, "Dan, Brady Oliveira cannot afford on a CFL salary to have a whole broadcast crew follow him around every day of his life. Like that's not going to work." But go ahead, Lane. I see you got a point you want to make.
Well, that's just the thing that, okay, I have to be careful with what I say because I technically do work with that company, but if you're gonna, here's my thought process. Maybe I'm wrong, Jacob. So if I'm wrong, because I don't understand the
wrong
broadcasting aspect of it. But if my opinion, if you're a company that's gonna take all the money from these leagues, like you're gonna take it from the OJHL, from the AHL, from this league, from that league, you want to brag about how you're the place. You want to charge your subscribers so much a month. I think you should, at least at some level, maybe not for junior hockey, but if you're going to do the step below the NHL, I do think you do need to step up your cameras and step up
I agree.
where you're going to put
Oh my God.
cameras and qualities and broadcast and everything. Instead of just saying, well, we can't because we don't have a company. Well, they just paid you $600 million with it. What are you doing with that money? Just like sitting there staring at it? Like maybe I'm
So
wrong.
I can answer that, Lane.
Oh,
And-
Jacob changed.
I did. I just wanted to confuse Dan. I can answer that, Lane. The reason is so the AHL and Flow didn't put that in their deal. So the AHL years ago had their own network called the American Hockey League Network.
Right, I remember that.
Which I remember we used to pay for it because we actually used to like watching the Marley games once Leafs TV wasn't a thing anymore.
Correct.
So when they moved to this system, they didn't put in their contracts on what the production quality is. So that's where things get very tricky, right? But I do agree with you, Lane, to a certain extent, though. Like, I mean, it's more on the next deal would need to be different. And we have some comments about it, too.
But Jacob, isn't it crazy?
Multi-billion-dollar industry spends some freaking money on the AHL. It's marketing for the sport. Yeah, I agree with that.
But Jacob, isn't it crazy that none of this has been figured out and it's 2026?
It is crazy. But I mean, it's also
that is an issue, but
it's also
I understand why it's still an issue.
I'm not just saying this because I work in cable, but this is the issue, and everyone says we'll just go to streaming. We'll stream everything. Okay, well, who the hell's going to produce it for you? It's not easy to just show up with a production team and do it.
No, it's an issue, but it is something that I don't think it's an issue that's going to be easy in the AHL. Wait, I have a comment to say about that, about the relegation thing. But I do want to say, like, I think it would be kind of difficult to deal with it as an issue. But I do want to say on this, if we're relegation would not work in, at least here in like North America in hockey, relegation would not work here. And that's that. And not to say like it isn't something that could be looked into for other sports in North America. Because I think the MLS, a big issue with the MLS is that they don't have relegation, in which soccer is kind of a sport that's built like a lot of what makes soccer so good, especially in Europe, is that there is relegation and it feels like a lot of teams just don't care. But I think in hockey, it'd be a kind of difficult thing to do because the AHL, the quality between the NHL and the AHL is I think a lot larger than, let's say, a good example would be English soccer, let's say, because they have four divisions in their
that'd be sweet.
Oh my god, how was I gonna say in their pyramid, and the difference between the top two isn't as high as I think here in North America, like especially as for like the hockey, like I think the gap is so wide. Baseball could be interesting for it, but I don't know how that would work.
Just wanted to address.
I don't think that would work.
Lane, just be thankful you never watched the Manitoba
I was letting
game
you,
the other
Lane.
day.
Well, I do want to address Spot Up's comment. If you do like watching me talk about hockey, me and Rick, especially on his channel, and we might do it more here if Jacob lets me. I'm just kidding. But sometimes we do live watch alongs. So if that's something you guys want to see, just let us know. If you guys want me to do more live watch alongs, where I can, do like an ESPN broadcast with names and kind of give you like an NHL broadcast level where we can talk about the players, talk about the games, do live watch alongs. If that's content you actually like, let us know in the comments. Me and Rick do it on Hamilton Sports Central. We did OJHL hockey. We did some AHL hockey. So we might even do some CFL games if Rick's not at them.
I was just going to say, you brought it up. I'm going to be doing preseason all CFL games except for the two that I'm attending. And I'm going to be doing all of the CFL regular season games as well.
Well, maybe I'll join you for some of those. So is that you like that kind of content? We're big partners with Rick and Hamilton Sports Central, and we'll do some live. Let us know what you guys want to see. This is our content is your content.
Exactly. Very interesting comment here, and I'd love to interject on this. So people go to AHL games, their cameras, download an app, film the whole game. So the issue is number one.
This actually did happen to one game that I was doing. Not going to mention Lane because that's a whole different story. But because the Flow service went down and they took it down, someone actually showed the whole game from their cell phone for the last 6 minutes of the game.
Wow.
They were actually doing the whole game, I found out later. It was just...
I will say, though, to answer this question, the big problem with this is So you'd have zero commentary, number one. You wouldn't be able to mix audio. And AI doesn't know when to cut cameras. And it's something that's nowhere near close. For example, there's this AI thing that'll like follow a play back and forth, apparently. And it was covering a soccer game somewhere in Europe. And instead of following the soccer ball, it followed a coach's bald head for 2 hours. So I get everyone thinks AI can replace everything, but I'm telling you, if you went to all AI broadcast, you would absolutely despise it.
Yeah.
It would be terrible. You need someone who can make a creative decision in that situation, right? And make a good decision. How many times do you watch a hockey game and you're like, why the hell is it still on this camera? AI won't know what to do.
Speaking of AI and robots, if you ever want a good laugh, look up Instagram, Waymo self-driving cars in California, and see all the mistakes they make. And look up the delivery robots on Instagram, all the mistakes they make.
Do not go to that site. I double dare no one to go to that site.
Oh yeah, don't go to the site. RU. It is fake.
Twitch
does not exist.
I'm going there right now.
Go Twitch.
No.
Look at that.
No, but I'm a best viewer. I'm on the. I gotta check out what
Justin mentioned your
I got 50 viruses. Oops.
Okay, we're all trying to talk at the same time.
I might go to CFL game with their freebies. Hey, CFL's good football. Give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
know the person who will get you some tickets.
That's interesting. You don't get CFL coverage in Carolina, but if you're interested in following the CFL, we're all big CFL fans here, so we do talk to CFL quite a bit. So go ahead.
We do a lot of CFL. Rick does a lot on his channel at Hamilton Sports Central. We do a lot here at the Analyst Desk. I drive some of our panelists nuts of how much I want to talk about the CFL.
No, it's good. It's important.
I will say too, though, if you get CBS Sports, they cover more and more CFL games, and there are new CFL deals for television coming around, which I still think is going to involve Amazon.
Yes.
I'm not confirming this because I have no idea. It's interesting though. I follow CFL pages and people are starting to say they're seeing more and more CFL ads on their Amazon Prime as they're just watching random things.
Interesting.
So I do wonder if it's coming.
Yeah.
And if it does come, it'll be very interesting to see how things go over there. But I know Amazon does want to break into more and more sports. And people can make fun of the CFL for their stuff as well as they want. I mean, more people will watch a CFL game than a Leaf game. And if you don't believe me, just look up the numbers.
Look up the numbers, yeah.
Like, the average CFL game is over 500,000 viewers. Now, mind you, it's not region blocked like a lot of these other sports are, but still, that's a huge market. And that's one thing I will say with this new commissioner, with him having a broadcasting background, I'm hoping he'll see more, not see more like the principal, but that he's going to be able to see that the CFL broadcast deal should be worth more money than what they are, because you're getting the Grey Cup alone has over 5 million people watching it, right? So that's a huge, more like, again, Grey Cup did comparable numbers to the Blue Jays World Series. You got to think of it that way. So like, to say that, I see so many people saying, well, it doesn't make money because the product doesn't hold any value. That's just incorrect, because it does hold a lot of value. I just think the league hasn't done the best job at making that value actually worth something. It's kind of like if you have a car that's worth $100,000, but if I sell it to Lane for $10, I didn't have a bad car. I was just stupid for underpricing my asset. And I think that's been a big issue in the CFL at times. I think they undervalue their asset.
So, Jacob, you won't sell your car for $10?
Hell no.
Oh,
maybe my car.
Jacob, we're talking about the CFL, and I gotta find it very quickly
CFL teams
before I ask
While
this.
Adam's looking up his thing, Jacob, Matt Dunnigan got cut today by the Argos. Max Dunnigan, I should say.
Oh,
I can kind of see that they have more quarterbacks than what they know what to do with. Too bad. I liked him though. He almost won the Heisman a couple years back. Really talented guy. Bonjour, mes amis. BC Place.
Okay, wait. I found it, guys.
Stadium.
I want to ask you guys this question. Who is the youngest player to play in a CFL game? Who is the youngest player to play in a CFL game?
I honestly don't
I want to
know.
see if you guys can get this. I have the answer in front of me. At least what I've been told is the
Trey
answer.
Ford?
No, this is what I've been told is the answer.
Question. Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yes,
no?
you can. Depending on what it is,
Okay.
I'll answer it.
Is it current or non-current?
Oh no, it's not current. So
Is it Gizmo Williams? We have a guest in the comments.
It's more so Jacob and Rick question, and maybe a Dan question. No, it's not him. By the way,
I don't have a clue. To be honest, I'm out of it.
How old and who it is? I'm not going to give you who it is, but who it is and how old they are. Don't look up the answer. Don't look up the answer, people.
I'm just looking it up because I won't know who it is, but I won't say anything. I promise.
I looked it up and I couldn't even find the answer. I found the wrong answer. I found this somewhere else.
We found the wrong answer.
This is what I assume is the answer to it because this is what I've been told it is.
I'm
assuming this is correct.
You know how many old players that aren't playing that I could think of?
Well, like, do you want me to give you a range of years then? To help
Just
you
quickly here, Isadora, I would flip this. The CFL's faster paced than the NFL. NFL's more strategy. CFL's more wide open field and chaos.
Okay, can I give the range now, Jacob? So the range I'll give you is 1970 to 1980, let's say. I'll give you those years, I guess. I have the year he debuted. I have the year he debuted.
I agree here. I have absolutely no clue.
Oh, what the heck is his name? I'm thinking of a Ticats player and I can't think of his name.
Well, I can already tell you that. Well, okay, I actually don't know if he had played for the Ticats, so I shouldn't say that.
Oh, I'm trying to think of his name and it's driving me nuts.
Wider field, yes. So having a wider field and more players on the field and more it is a lot more.
I'm not going to look it up. I want to see Ticats.
Is it Doug Flutie?
No, it's not.
Yes,
Angela Mosca
as well.
Pardon me? Say it again, Rick.
Angela Mosca?
No, not the name that I have here.
We got a guess from the comments.
I looked this up and I got the wrong age.
Did you look up the correct answer afterwards?
Yes, bigger ball.
No, I have what I thought was the answer was wrong. I found this on Reddit. This is like an answer that I got there. This is what they tell me is the answer to it, at least. This is what I found. The one that I found was an Argos player.
Fuck, I wouldn't even know the answer.
I don't even remember his name now.
It's gonna be something obvious to me. I know it.
It might not be.
Well, you'd be surprised of how many names that I would have known.
Well, Adam, when I look it up, because I have no idea, it's very different than what your answer is. I already know.
Ooh.
Is it Stiggers? I looked it up and that's what they gave me.
It's not Stiggers, no.
That played for the Argos.
Johnny Rogers.
No, Stiggers is.
This was
in the
like
NFL,
way
that's
back
not in the 80s.
This was like way back in the day, though, and this was like I didn't even think he could. This. Well, I'm not going to give much away. Do you want me to give you an age range at least?
Pinball didn't play in the 70s and 80s.
No, not him.
No, it's not him.
Ron Lancaster.
Almost kind of. A rugby ball is big. Like I wish I had a rugby ball in my house right now. Because I used to
rugby ball like though. Rugby ball feels bigger than a CFL ball, though, isn't it, Adam?
A rugby ball is big. Is bigger than a football for sure.
So the question spot up as the youngest player to ever play.
No,
in the
give me the answer again.
I said Ron Lancaster.
No, not him. Do you want me to give you the year he played, or the year he made his debut? 1977.
Got another guess in the comments here?
Nope.
Yeah, Google.
This is just the answer I was given. This was the answer I was given. So if it's wrong, it's wrong.
I wouldn't even know.
I don't know if I can even pronounce this guy's last name. I'll tell you. It's Hank Ilsek, I think is how you pronounce it.
How young was he?
Wouldn't even have known.
17.
Okay, so he's kind of right. There's been multiple 17-year-olds who ever to play in the CFL.
This was the answer I was given. So
in 1946, that's what I'm telling you. I'm going to butcher this name here, so I apologize. Tom Maniskry played for Montreal, who was 17. Then Gary James debuted for the Bombers at age 17. This is in 52.
Isildur,
Tom was
you're
in
right.
46. And then
Casper
Norman
Drew.
Wong became the youngest player to win a Grey Cup at the age of 18 in 1948.
You also forgot Casper Drew.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lane.
Yeah, this was just the answer I was given. So
And apparently, they say there must be players from World War II
Yeah,
that
that's
even
yeah.
younger.
Like a lot of people lied about for age back then, right?
They did.
So
when you're talking Stiggers,
Stiggers that young
first,
these days.
interesting fact about Stiggers, though, he's one of the I believe he's the first to not go the college route and actually make the NFL. He went arena football, CFL, NFL.
Great player,
which is very interesting. And also, too, Stiggers is a great human being as well. He was really beloved here in Toronto. Happy to see he's doing well in the Jets. The Jets.
Right?
Oh, poor guy, the way he's got to play for the Jets. But he's made the NFL. So
I wanted to have
White Shoes Johnson. That sounds like a really bad gentleman's club.
So
go ahead,
I had a question for everyone. I apologize. I thought of it a while ago when we were talking hockey back then. I was talking CFL. So my question is about hockey, though. After seeing Dan Levard take Philadelphia to the second round against Carolina, does Calgary regret giving him up for Wolf?
No, not at all.
No.
Dustin Wolf.
It would be dumb to do that.
Dustin Wolf is a very good goalie. Logan Cooley is a very good goalie. Calgary and net is not a problem. They had more goalies than they knew what to do with. And Dustin Wolf's your guy. I think Wolf's a goalie that can take you on a cup run.
I think with better defense, Dustin Wolf is better than Velarde is, and I don't think that's really that crazy of a take. Dustin Wolf is he was up for. You could debate he was the best rookie the last year. He was that good.
I thought he should have won Rookie of the Year last year.
The Flames. And I think if they felt like they would even think about regretting it, I would be surprised. Larry's a good goalie. He proved it this year, but for sure that but for sure, like there's no way they would regret keeping Dustin Wolf over Velarde, I guess, or whatever.
Just before we jump back to this question, does Wick and Lane have an opinion about Wolf versus Velarde?
No, Vladar.
I
don't think they were.
I don't know. What was that this year?
Yeah,
I think it was this offseason. They let Velarde walk.
Calgary's always had problems with scoring, not goaltending.
Yeah, that's been their biggest issue.
Spot up. I think you agree with me. And yeah, Velarde plays for Winnipeg. Dan, you keep getting
Velarde. I'm sorry, my bad. To answer the question about the CFL,
I think Dan and I might have the same answer.
Yeah, okay. My best player was Damon Allen.
Yeah, I was gonna say Damon Allen.
Yeah, we gotta see him live, and we watched him a lot. What?
Does it have to be live?
Flutie brothers.
No, it doesn't have to be live. Doesn't have to be live.
So, well, I think my answer stays the same either way because I did see him live. I saw him live when the Argos were still playing at Rogers Center. Ricky Ray would be my answer. He is probably the best I've seen like live. Ricky Ray either way, Bo Levi Mitchell. I've watched live now, but it would probably be one of those.
Now we're talking.
But I think
because I've watched him on like Bo or Ricky.
So my thing about Damon Allen, though, Damon Allen is in the top 3 in passing yards and rushing yards in CFO history. Like that's insane.
As a quarterback.
Pitcher Trey Ford, but he actually understands how to throw the ball down the field, and that's no disrespect to Trey Ford, but Damon Allen was a generational quarterback that he invented I don't know if you knew this, but they were talking to Doug Flutie about this. Damon Allen invented the RPO.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you watch football today and what quarterbacks are doing, that was all from Damon Allen. They said the NFL coaches back then used to come up and watch football in Canada because they said we were more creative up here because it wasn't so much X's and O's and you'd see different plays. Yeah, Damon Allen, because he had that ability to run, he's like, well, why can't I pull the ball and run it myself? And then him talking to Doug Flutie, they talked about adding a passing option to that. So it used to just be a run, and then they're like, what if we make this a run-pass option? Where Damon Allen back then, he was the first quarterback to pull it and run with it himself. Because again, he was like Lamar. Comparable would be like a Lamar Jackson for the NFL, and yeah, like, but Damon Allen reinvented football. Like he literally reinvented the quarterback position. And yeah, so, both great players. Warren Moon, another great pick.
Yeah.
I have a crazy question for you guys. Those that know these people anyways. So currently Bo is at 40,000 yards all time, which is 9th. Kent Austin is in 8th with 3,300, and Sam Echeverry with 4,600. And then Ron Lancaster has 50,006. Do you think Bo could catch up and pass Ron Lancaster in 2 years?
Yes.
What's the difference between them?
Okay, so there's 10,535 yards between the two.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be tough.
A lot.
I think it's possible.
If you really think about it, that's only 5,500 yards per year.
I think it's
He's
possible.
done that the last two.
Only that's tough.
I know it's a big number.
He did that for the last 2 years.
I know it's a big number.
Yeah.
I think it's possible because of Kenny Lauer in Hamilton. You got the best receiver in football.
And
right?
DeAndre.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know if he's
Curly
the best receiver in
Gittins.
football, but he's certainly top 5.
Yeah.
Now are you talking
Do I
currently?
think he will?
Currently, I think you can argue that Hatcher and Coxie are both right up there.
Oh, Doug Flutie's a good one too.
Oh yeah, Doug Flutie was insane.
Oh, he was incredible.
See, I didn't watch
Clemens
Doug
is
Flutie
another
though,
one.
right? Another one, Henry Burris too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Henry Burris. Yeah.
But just to put in perspective too, or you know, I hate to say it because I'm an Argo fan, but Anthony Calvillo, one of the most accurate passers I've ever watched.
No one's gonna break that record.
No, he was 79,816. Next closest is Damon Allen with 72,381. Third
How
is
old
Henry
was he when he
Burris
started?
63,639.
Cavillo
Ricky Ray fourth at 60,736. Crazy Ricky Ray too. Ricky Ray might have passed Henry Burris if he didn't have that freak neck injury.
Cavillo started in 94.
Wow. And he played until what, 2013? I think it was something like that.
And then what's crazy?
So he was 22 when he started.
Yeah.
And he finished in 2013.
Okay, yeah.
So and then what's just to put into perspective though here,
he played like 19
years.
Damon Allen was third in rushing in CFL history with 11,920 yards rushing as a quarterback.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, first was Pringle with 16,425. Then George Reed at 16,116. Johnny Bright at fourth with 10,909, and Charles Roberts of 10,285. But I mean, to just think about that though, about Damon Allen to be in the top 3 in both passing and rushing, we'll never see that again.
No. I will say, if you guys, go ahead, Adam first.
Oh no, well, mine is non-CFL related. I just saw the stat, but it's non-CFL.
Just before
related.
you said that, so this is where my comment was going. If anyone, since we're asking about regret and trades, I think Montreal regrets that Johnny Manziel trade. 100%.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal.
Hosed them hardcore on that one.
That's
what I wanted to say.
I remember all like the coverage about Johnny Manziel in the CFL at that point, like when he came over, and it was wild. But the stat I wanted to bring it word if I can. So this is crazy. So teams who have allowed 2 goals or fewer in 8 straight games to be in the playoffs: the 1928 Montreal Maroons, the 1952 Detroit Red Wings, the 1969 St. Louis Blues, and the 2026 Carolina Hurricanes. The first time since 19. So that is the first year. Mind you guys, that's the first year of expansion in the NHL. That's St. Louis's first year first year as an expansion franchise, and Carolina have done it for the first time in like nearly 60 years. First time in nearly 60 years. Like this like I don't think people talk about enough about what Carolina are doing at the moment. Like how good Carolina are playing at the moment. Like to be 8-0 and just sweep back-to-back playoff series, and the teams we have seen since the expansion to full 7-game series all the way through. Like we've seen the back-to-back Penguins. We've seen the Oilers dynasty, a year or two, the Oilers dynasty at the end of it. We've seen the Penguins back-to-back. We've seen the Detroit, New Jersey, Colorado rivalry for like that span nearly a decade in the NHL with those three teams just destroyed everybody else for like a while there. We've seen the Detroit, we've seen those great Detroit Red Wings teams. We've seen Chicago. We've seen LA, who were a great defensive team, mind you. Like it is absolutely crazy the amount of teams that we've seen that haven't been able to do it, and amazing teams that haven't been able to do it.
And it's crazy when you think about New Jersey. You had Niedermeyer, Stevens, Brodeur, and they couldn't do what the Carolina Hurricanes have done this year. It's absolutely insane. But I realize, Lane, you didn't get to answer the CFL question, so I want to throw this back to you. Who's your like most outstanding CFL player you've ever watched, live or not live, in person or not in person?
This is gonna be a show because I love this guy. You know, he used to make me mad. I like Milt Stegall, man. That guy was.
Good answer.
That's a great take.
Good answer.
Dog on a bone. The crazy thing is, Milt Stegall. I don't think you guys saw it on social media. He did training camp with the Bombers 2 seasons ago and could still actually run routes.
He
could still play if he wanted to. That's the crazy thing.
He had really crazy touchdown celebrations. I remember.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Kind of like a Terrell Owens of the CFL.
Except I think he's a better human being.
Yeah.
Like, Milt Stegall's a hell of a guy. I absolutely love Milt Stegall. Saskatchewan, they love their football. I was telling that to a friend of mine who's potentially moving out there, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not a big CFL fan." I'm like, "Don't say that to someone from Saskatchewan."
Yeah.
Dude, you breathe on Zegras, and the fans are like, "That's a 10-minute rap."
No, Colorado
fans. Colorado fans. They're the worst I've seen in these playoffs. Like, you can literally have Brent Burns kick a guy in the nuts, and they think that's fine. But like, if Cale Makar gets tapped in the weenus, they want the guy ejected for life.
He
like,
could say weenus.
Yeah,
weenus. Pringle, that's a hell of a running back. Yep, best running back in football history. Andrew Harris was up there too, though. For one that you guys might recognize more, because he had 9,000, just over 9,000 yards in his career.
If Jacob knows how much I put in my time into doing stuff, this is for tomorrow morning. Go into the depth charts.
Wow.
For tomorrow's training camp.
Oh,
wow.
Woo.
That's awesome, dude.
And just so you guys know, we have lots of CFL coming very, very soon, right? Because training camp's getting into it.
So, fun facts.
Preseason
begins.
What?
Someone agrees with you, Lane. Best receiver.
And Jacob, a week Monday, preseason begins.
I know, I'm excited.
Go! Hopefully it warms up a bit. Holy cow, it's cold out there.
Stegall is second all time in receiving yards. Do you guys know who's first?
Receiver?
Receiving yards.
Oh, the first player that came to mind is definitely not up there. I know for sure he's not.
Who are you thinking, Adam?
Jacob, you don't want to know who I'm thinking of. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to laugh at me.
Jacob,
no, you're going to laugh at me. I'll tell you after. I
He's
won't
not
tell
an
you
Alouettes player. To answer there. I know who you're thinking if you're thinking Alouettes, but no.
Hey, question.
Chad Owens?
Nope.
No.
Okay,
that's what I was thinking of late. I was thinking of Chad Owens.
Jacob,
I was thinking of Chad Owens. I knew it wasn't him.
Sorry, Rick?
East or West?
We're gonna mostly. He played in the West his whole career.
Okay.
He did not play for Edmonton. Yeah, okay, the comments got it.
Oh, G-Roy Simon.
Yes, G-Roy Simon.
Nice. I didn't know that. Good job.
Legendary receiver. Played for Winnipeg, BC, and Saskatchewan.
Fun fact, he's an assistant
And he finished
GM
with
now.
15,783. Now, Mount
Wow.
Stegall was close at 15,153.
Who's the highest active player?
Alan Pitts, 14,891. Fourth was Darren Flutie. Doug, related to. And for
Darren
Montreal, I
Flutie
believe
played
you
for
guys were
Ted
probably
Hatt.
thinking of Ben Calhoun, which is
he was a
13,301.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben
Jacob.
Calhoun was disgusting.
Oh, I know.
Jacob.
Legend boy.
Hello, Adam.
Who's the highest active player?
Highest active is.
I want to guess it's Kenny Lawler, but I have no idea. That'd be my guess. But
That's what I'm looking up currently.
Daniel's just retired.
Daniels was actually Dan.
Yeah.
That's because I was thinking it's Daniel. I was like, no, it's not.
Because he just
I
retired.
believe it's Eugene Lewis. I'm just double checking that.
how long did Daniels play for? I don't actually
A
remember.
very long time.
Over a decade, because he played in Calgary before Argo.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I remember watching the. I think he was there in the for the Grey Cup. The Argos beat them in Ottawa.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, the Stamps.
Mm.
That was a throwback to watch. That was a crazy game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because they had lost back-to-back Grey Cups. They had lost the year previously to Burris and the Red Blacks.
Yeah, there's been
previously
some
the
crazy CFL games back in the day.
Yeah, I think the Stamps won it like the next year.
Oh, I'm
So they went
seeing
to, like,
Cameron
3
Wake in the
Grey Cups.
comments. He was an incredible player.
We got some CFL fans here. Cool.
Yeah, so Eugene Lewis, it's saying as of 2025, so I'm not sure this is including last year, but 7,273 yards in his career.
Yeah.
By the way, Gino Lewis did also play in the NFL briefly.
Right. Gino Lewis still has a few years in the tank left.
Yeah, Gino Lewis is 7,000, just over. Yeah, so I believe Alan Pitts is in the top 5 for all time. Let me look up Kenny Lawler. I don't believe Kenny Lawler is as high, though. Because I know I just heard of Kenny Lawler.
I was just throwing out a random guess.
Kenny Lawler was still kind of younger, right?
Kenny Lawler, yeah, he's got 4,010.
Still very good.
You'll have 5,000 after this year.
Oh, I would assume so.
Oh, yeah.
After he puts 3 more 50-yard points on you guys.
Yeah. That was a crazy game.
And don't forget
a
week Saturday and the 5 of us get together.
I know, exciting.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Wick. Let's go.
Okay, so all time we have Gino Lewis at first out of the active players, Kenny Lawler in second, Tim White third.
Tim White
Nick
always had 1,000 yards yet.
Fourth.
Who's fourth?
Nick Dembski.
Okay.
You guys, can you guys guess the fifth? Because I'm shocked who the fifth is.
Do you want us to guess?
I want to say
active
Justin
receiver.
McInnes. Justin McInnes.
He's sixth.
Oh, that's close.
I have no idea. I can't think of any names.
Hatcher is seventh.
Okay.
Cameron Wake was insane. Alan Pitts.
Bangleton?
Cox.
Not Bangleton.
Coatsy.
Not Coatsy.
Did you say it's not Coatsy?
No.
Coatsy was a good guess.
I'm going to say this. You guys would not expect it.
Really? And this is so I just want to confirm
active.
this is active?
Yeah, active. It is not
Tyson
Philpott. It is
not
Philpott.
You guys both guessed Philpott.
It's not Keandre because he's only been in the league for 3 years.
I was shocked by this. I was really surprised. Sorry?
All-time yards? All-time yards?
Oh,
Active.
Tommy Neal.
No, it's not Tommy Neal, Dan.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, so are we talking about all-time yards?
His career, yes, over their career,
Okay.
active receivers. He's the 5th most yardage of an active wide receiver.
Brady Alvera.
No.
I always a running back when it's 4-0 for gets the ball the odd time.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the. Oh no, I was gonna say Drew Wolodarski, but he's
Nope.
not playing anymore.
He retired. Do you guys do you guys want a hint? Eugene Lewis is on the list. He's number 1.
Okay.
I see that in the comments here. Do you guys need a hint?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm never gonna get this. I feel like.
What can the hint be that won't give it away?
East or West? Just say East or West.
He's played in both.
Well, that doesn't fucking help.
F-ball.
Which one does he currently play in?
If you tell me East or West, I might have a good chance of
Okay,
answering.
I will say this. He is currently in the East, but has not played a game in the East over from last year and the year before. But he had played in the East before.
Oh man, I'm never gonna. I don't think I know enough
Hey.
players' names to guess this.
Rick did say a naughty word.
Wait, Jacob, should is this a player that I would know, or is it
Yes.
nowhere I'm gonna? It is a player I should know.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, let's try to think of like that. Maybe he's played for the Argos. So let's try.
I'm shocked Dan hasn't got this actually, because I thought this would be one. If anyone would get it here, it's Dan.
Ew.
Okay, Lane, quickly, since welcome back. The 5th.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let Lane hear the question first.
That's what I'm
If
gonna
it's
say.
a
Lane,
CFL question, I'm probably not
the
going to know.
5th out of all the active wide receivers, who has the 5th most career receiving yards out of all active wide receivers?
I'm not going to know
No,
that.
never mind. The player I just thought of just retired though, so never mind.
Kenny Lawler, I don't know.
No,
It is
Kenny
not-
Lawler's.
Kenny Lawler's number 2. We're looking for number 5.
The player I was just thinking of just retired, so I can't.
Who are you thinking of, Adam?
Brissett.
Brissett did not retire, but no, he's not. He's in
Oh,
Calgary.
he did. I thought he retired for some reason.
No,
You're
you're
thinking
thinking
of Josh
no, you're
Daniels.
thinking of,
Okay, wait, Jacob. Is it something? Is it someone I would actually know?
Yes.
Like
Who was
how
I
long,
thinking of, Rick?
give me a hint. Like how long has he played in this? Like he's been. Is he like
He's a
how long-
veteran.
Okay, so Jacob, just go over it. So go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7, so Lane knows because he wasn't here.
Eugene Lewis is 1. Kenny
Yeah.
Lawler is 2.
Okay.
Tim White is 3.
Tim White
Nick
is 3. What
Dembski
the?
is 4. Justin McInnes is 6.
Oh, I got
Keon
Ryan.
Hatcher is
Ryan.
7. Keandre Smith
Dan,
is 8.
stop.
Dominic Grimes retired.
Oh,
Yeah, Dominic Grimes retired.
So Lane, the
Jacob
only
says
reason
this
why
is somebody
Tim
I
White-
should know. So
The only reason
this is
why
fine.
Tim
Have a good night.
White-
Spot up.
yeah.
The only reason
Bye.
why
Thanks
Tim
for
White's
joining
up
us.
is he's gotten 4 1,000-yard seasons. That's the only reason why Tim White's up there.
True.
Okay, so
it's-
if that means that if it's 4,000
Oh.
and Tim White was what, 4th?
Where did you say Nick Dembski
Adam
was again?
Boye.
It's not on a Baboye. He's a running back.
I know. I'm just-
Where did you
Oh
say?
my God.
where
And
did you say-
he's in the East.
Wait. Where did you say Nick Dembski was again, Jacob?
Nick Dembski is 4.
So he
It's not Curly Gittins Jr., is it?
It is Curly Gittins Jr.
Oh my God!
Oh,
You know what's funny? I was gonna
man.
guess
Oh, I love that guy.
Soon as Jacob said hasn't played in the East, I'm just looking down at the Ticad depth chart. I'm thinking, okay.
Jacob literally told me that it was somebody that I should know. So I'm like, okay, let's just think of like former Argos players. And I was like,
I was gonna
maybe
guess
this
Dunbar
isn't what
for
it's
some
supposed to
reason.
be.
Because he's played
Yeah,
everything
okay.
the last 2 years.
Damn it,
He
yeah.
played for the Argos 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to think
So-
of ex-Argos players, and I was like, why can't I think of anybody else outside of Dijon Brissett right now?
Well, it's hard
I
to
was like,
think
Brissett
at
was
2
the
in the
only
morning,
name.
bro.
I was like, what is
Jacob
this?
or Dan, here's one for you.
Good.
So, Wynton McManus
Yeah.
is the 3rd highest paid linebacker going into this season.
Good.
Would you think of who the top 2 are?
Oh, linebackers.
I'm gonna guess always
Oh.
got to be number 1.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta find the. No, that's defensive lineman. That's not
Wouldn't
what I want.
Jefferson be number one? Willie Jefferson?
No,
he's a lineman.
That's
a
defensive line.
No, well, it's close.
Hold on. I gotta pull it up. The.
Corey Jacob, I wasn't close.
Okay, so
you could play linebacker if you wanted to, I think, but
I will give you a hint. One has always played his career in the East, and he's making 230. One just moved from the West to the East, and he's making 240,000.
I don't remember. I have a guess, but I don't remember the guy's name. And I don't.
I was never like white trash guy. Good.
Remember what
he
played on Jacob or Adam?
Like I was thinking Micah Alway.
That's a good guess.
No.
Okay.
Corey Wickett wasn't.
I also don't know if he plays linebacker or not. So that's
just guess, Adam.
No, I don't remember his name. That's the issue. I don't remember his name.
Remember what team he played on?
Well, he just signed with the Argos, and I just don't remember his name.
Okay,
now.
so
I just don't remember if he played linebacker.
So
okay,
Adam, you're probably thinking of Pickett.
Thank you. Yes, that's who I was thinking.
But no,
he's a defensive back though.
Oh, okay. So
Amos?
I didn't remember what position he played.
Amos?
I didn't remember
Amos
what position he
plays
played.
corner.
Oh.
Oh, damn, I'm just saying. Oh, Darnell Sankey.
Third?
No,
It's not Sankey.
it's not Sankey.
The Grey Cup winner played Super Bowl. Winner played
But
Super
CFL
Bowl winner.
rules. Oh.
That would be interesting because the CFO. I think might be harder for NFL players to address the CFL rules than the other way around.
Right.
So-
Like I'm not saying NFL players
Yeah.
aren't better than the CFL players because that's just not accurate, and I understand that. But
Hey, just so
That's
you
an
know,
interesting
Cam Judge is fourth at
Oh,
200,000, and Isaac Darkangelo is sixth with 156.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're good players.
So
I'm
I'll
sorry.
get Beverett was 2.
Beverett!
230,000. And you guys are gonna hate this because you guys did civil coverage on this guy. AJ Allen's number 1.
AJ Allen.
Because I said went from west to east.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To answer this question, I'd be curious to see because PJ Walker talked about this about how much harder it was for him to adjust to 12 defenders on the field.
Right.
So that would be interesting. Again, I think if you went NFL versus CFO and NFL rules, NFL team would win. Like I think it would be.
So
I hate saying it. It would be a pretty big
question to this. Are you giving NFL players time to learn CFL rules or no?
Ooh, good question.
I feel like you would have to. I feel like you would have to.
CFL players would have the waggle down like that, whereas NFL players would not, and CFL has the yard off the ball.
I would go CFL.
I feel like you would have
with
to.
both balls. NFL would win if NFL ball, but they could not adapt to. Okay, 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks to learn.
Okay.
Wider
fair.
field, waggle, onside punts on third down.
Only 3 downs versus 4 downs.
No
I would
push.
I would go with CFL players just because I feel like despite it being 2 weeks, there's a difference between learning the rules and then playing a game in which you're playing with the rules. I think there's a big difference between then having to go into a game with guys who are experienced.
It does.
In playing the Canadian game, like I think there's a big difference between playing like scrimmaging with yourselves while you're still learning the rules. I don't think a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL would be able to get it, their mentality would be completely different on how they run a game. And I feel like that would be a big thing that like hurts certain quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think that's a harder thing to get over. Yeah, I think there's a lot of NFL
defensive
players.
backs in the CFL are much faster than they are in the NFL because they have more field to cover. So defensive backs are more about speed, which is why you see a lot more jumped routes for interceptions in the CFL than they do in the NFL. Usually, to put this into perspective for viewers who don't follow the CFL as well, when an NFL player comes to the CFL, they usually don't fully get what they're doing until about week 8 or 9. So to give them
halfway
2
through the
weeks
year.
to learn, and remember, you're learning on a team where no one knows the rules.
Right.
I think CFL players would have an easier time playing NFL rules. I still think the NFL team would win in that scenario.
I was going to say that too, because a lot of the CFL players did play in University America beforehand, right? Where they did most. Now it's not fully NFL rules, but college football is closer to NFL rules than CFL rules.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
We'll look at Singleton when he crossed over from the CFL into the NFL. Look how he looks amazing.
Cameron Wake's another one.
Yeah, like there's a lot of great
Cameron
CFL
Wake.
players who have crossed over, and then been
Doug
great
Flutie.
in the NFL. Like
Doug, and funny enough,
Doug
when you
Flutie.
see it the other way around, it usually takes like Austin Mack, I think, is a great example. He did eventually get really good in the CFL in Montreal, but it took him. They had actually interviewed him, and it's like, yeah, he's like, I didn't do a WAGO in a game for like 8 weeks because he's I could not time it. He's like, I would go offside every time in practice. I could not time it.
Well,
Same with Chad Ochocinco. He thought he was going to come here and dominate, and he said straight up, he's like, these guys could and should be in the NFL. There's just only so many jobs. Dwayne The Rock Johnson said that too when he got cut in the NFL. He thought he was going to come to the CFL, and then he got cut by Calgary.
I was going to say, look at Wookie. I was going to say, look at Wookie Williams.
Yeah,
Wookie Williams came to the Argos after Miami as a running back, right? And he thought he was going to dominate. He played well for the Argos, but it took him a few weeks to get going.
It's a very, I always say this to non-CFL fans. If you come into the CFL expecting to watch the NFL, you're not going to enjoy it because it's a very different league. But if you're coming in just to watch some entertaining football with some really talented athletes, you'll have a good time, right? Like it's fun. The crowds are into it, and it's affordable. But
that's a good point. Last comment made about Damon Allen.
Yeah, I mean, Damon, the play action teams or the run option like Damon Allen would do well in a bigger field with the extra player. So a video game moon. Yeah, I really want the CFL to get a video game. I still think I don't know why and I think I've talked about this before, but you look at Maximum Football as a prime example. Why don't they go to the CFL and try to get a CFL PA at least and try to get a license?
Apparently, Jacob, there's plans for them to bring in CFL rules. It's just because they had to build the whole game up from scratch. Eventually, they're going to plan on putting them in there.
And the rules will be great because they used to have the rules, but the old game was unplayable. This new game's playable. This game's actually pretty good.
I haven't even played the new one.
Work out a deal with the CFL PA to get CFL players into the game without customization. Well, and I actually think more people, like I'd be down. I don't know about you guys. Would you guys be down to spend $15 on a CFL roster pack? I would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Speaking of CFL video games, Lane and I in the past have done pre-recorded game simulations of different sports. And we discovered a CFL roster that we can upload into college football. So we would like to do some CFL games. So let us know if that's something you all want to see, because that's a lot of fun.
Now, mind you, as a heads up, before people complain about it being 4 downs, there's nothing we can do about that because there's no 3 downs.
Just so that you do know, there's actually this upcoming off season. I think that it's been updated.
Oh,
so it's going to be even more accurate. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then, truthfully, once Maximum Football adds the Canadian rules, then I'm sure there'll be people making full CFL rosters and doing it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is, I don't know if you guys have played Maximum Football. It's not bad. For an indie studio football game, it's really good. And actually, that's content I want to work on more. Like I've been reading about this new lacrosse video game that just came out, which a lot of people are giving it flack because it used AI to generate team names and logos. I look at it with that personally. It's one guy who made this game pretty much by himself, like for the most part, like him and a couple guys, but it's a very small team working on it. I think it's better for them to use AI to build logos so they can spend time to make the gameplay good, right? And from what I've seen, the new lacrosse game actually looks pretty sweet. There's an interesting wave of indie video game developers because people are tired of EA and 2K. and there's a new wave of game development coming out, and I'm excited to see what happens with it.
Jacob, does Maximum Football have franchise mode yet?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a shame we have to look at ESPN as the only option. I would love to see Canadians create video games. More of this is coming. There's more and more indie developers building games because the sports gaming community is tired of this mediocre BS.
Little fun fact for EA Sports Electronic Arts that make the NHL is located out of Vancouver.
But Dan, let's just keep it a buck. Sports games suck compared to what they were 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, but I do have something to say because Dad just brought it up.
They do.
So wait, Jacob, can I? Yeah. I'm not going to debate that. I wasn't going to debate that anyway, so don't come at me about that. But so the reason, because I know a lot of people complain about the commentary, because I remember we used to have the ESPN, not the NBC commentators, and it used to be like really cool. The reason that they stopped doing that was because it was too expensive, and it was hard to get the commentators to come fly out to Vancouver because they could only record in Vancouver. That was the only place in which they would be. They had the technology to be able to record and put it into the game. So that's a big reason why those guys stopped being in the video game, was because it was just too, like, their schedule was just so packed that it was too much for them to have to fly out to Vancouver. Because that was the only place they could record, of course. So that was a big issue. And that's why we have the commentators we do.
So the other thing that I've noticed, and Isadore is going to agree with me because I'm also a franchise SI Games player. A lot of people are going from what the heck is it? I'm trying to think of what it's called. Where they go from like one type of... What's the new one that the NHL just went to this year? It's going to drive me nuts.
Well, like the new gaming engine?
Yes. What's the new gaming engine?
Oh, I know now a lot of them are going back to like Unreal Engine 5.
I think a lot of games. So a lot of games are moving to the newer one, and they have to recreate everything, all the old games and everything from scratch. And so it's not as good as what the games used to be. For example, there's one game that I play on my sports channel. It's a soccer one that used to be able to do stuff in last year's game, but because they went to the new year, this year, they haven't been able to add a bunch of stuff into it. Now there's supposed to be a World Cup thing added to it, and we've been waiting for like 2-3 months for it, and they still haven't come out with it yet.
Oh yeah, like they're like with FIFA, with the FIFA games, it's really a pain in the ass, to be fair, is that EA recently lost. So EA Sports recently lost their rights to the FIFA World Cup. So they lost the rights for FIFA. The issue is that
not even called FIFA anymore.
The only other company that makes soccer, like the other big company that makes soccer games, they couldn't put out a game this year because it simply just wasn't up to their standards. I don't remember what it's called again. Mm-hmm. It's Football Manager or something like that.
Yeah,
and they couldn't put out a game this year.
Talking about Football Manager.
Yeah, so they couldn't put it out this year. They're putting out a game for 26. So they didn't put out a new game.
They did put out the game. They didn't put out one last year. They did. Yeah. That's one that I was talking about. They put one out this year.
Yeah, they did put out one this year.
But they're waiting.
We're supposed to get at some point. It's because the rosters haven't come out yet. That's why.
World Cup update's supposed to be coming out before the World Cup. They're just waiting for all the kits and everything. But that's
you
what
can still get hard copies as graphics.
Well, Rick, the issue is also that the roster of players that are going to be at the World Cup, like all the players, none of that has been announced. Like all the kits, I think, have been announced. Like they've released all the kits already. Kits have been released for months.
No, but I mean,
so some of them at least, most of them.
It's because you could go back and, like, if you started at the beginning of the season, you could pick your own players. Like the rosters won't be the same. It's just they now, because before you could run a country, but you wouldn't be able to do training. Well, now they have to do everything from scratch because they did this year's version from scratch, a year ago.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah.
So now they have to build this whole thing from scratch, and it's taken them forever. And they've gone and promised everyone this, and they've gone back on their promises so many times that it's just making this company now look bad. And this is Sega, so Sega's their parent company.
Yeah, the big issue for Football Manager, biggest. Sorry, Jacob, but the biggest problem with Football Manager is that they have set a standard. And then it doesn't help that this year they were trying to introduce the women's side, because that's something that EA has introduced. So they were looking to do it last year. Yeah. So they had to change a bunch of stuff with the engine. And then last year it was a big disaster because they couldn't, the game wasn't up to their standards. And so they had to restart all the way from scratch for this year's game. And things just kept getting delayed. And things are just, I think the way that they do things has been a little bit flipped because they had to add a completely different side of the game. And they had to change a lot of like the way that they had been building players and stuff.
Yeah, the head developer guy has been thrown under the bus by so many fans, it's not even funny.
Can I tell you how we can fix sport games?
No.
Once every 2 years to get released.
Exclusive rights to one company.
Well, that too. That's terrible. But now, actually, I have an interesting fact about that in a minute. But let's do new games every 2 years, a $20 roster update in between that you can download. So give developers 2 years to build it. Because look at College Football 25, and I think that's a prime example. College Football 25 was phenomenal. They took 2 years to build it, and you really saw something. College Football 26, I play it, don't get me wrong, but it didn't leap far enough where it could have just been an update online. So do a roster update for these games and have the new release every 2 years so they actually have enough time to build the game properly. And EA, by the way, did not want an exclusive rights deal with the NFL this time. The NFL said either do exclusive or no deal. But go ahead, Dan.
And NFL 2K just canceled their game.
I know, which is really disappointing.
I just want to bring up a great point to Jacob's comment. Great point, Jacob. But just want to add to your amazing point.
Amazing.
My second passion besides the sports is automotive. So my favorite game growing up is Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo has been a franchise for over 25 years. I want to say 27 years now. And in 27 years, they have only made 7 video games. So like 8, because Gran Turismo Sports was in the middle between 5 and 6, but no one talks about that one because it sucks. So that was the one that was lost. But my point is they made 7 games in 8 games in 27 years. So on average, it takes about 3 or 4 years to perfect a Gran Turismo game. And you look at other racing franchises like Forza and stuff, they blow out like 7 and 8 games in like 10 or 15 years, right? But Gran Turismo is always better because Gran Turismo says it takes us 3 or 5 years to perfect the new engines, the new consoles, the new graphics, and all this. So now Gran Turismo 7, for example, the most current one, is already like 4 years old, but every month they give up new updates of new added cars and tracks and that kind of thing. So to add to Jacob's point, it's very hard to perfect a sports game in 1 year when it takes an automotive game 5 years.
Actually, too, I like this comment from Isidore. If anyone hasn't played Head Coach Football 09, if you're into retro sports,
I have that game.
It's awesome. And you know, I'd make the same argument comparing Halo to Call of Duty when Halo had that legendary run of 1, 2, 3 OTSD and Reach. Right. They weren't rushing the games. Versus Call of Duty started to feel really repetitive because they were trying to pump out a game every year and a half. And then look when the Halo franchise went down the tubes. Between Halo 4 and 5, they didn't have enough time to develop the game and the storyline correctly. Actually, Halo 5. Halo 5 is terrible. But no, I think the whole gaming world of sports is a whole other conversation. And I'll say, if you're building a game and you need a commentator, message Lane Go. Lane, would you not love to be a commentator in a video game?
Of course I would.
Yeah.
So there you go. Dude. You can find.
You don't even have to pay the guy. The guy will. Well,
We'll pay him something.
He'll take a copy of the product and some merch.
Seriously.
No,
He
you got
found a hat that fits him. So, but I do want to thank we have a couple more comments here. Then we have
you know what I want for NHL next year?
I like that.
I want to be able to create your own AHL teams with Create a Team.
Yes, I like
sure
that.
You can do that, can you not?
You can do that now.
Yeah.
No, you can't because you're stuck with the Swedish Elite League teams.
No, you can create a team substituted for an AHL team.
No, you can't, Lane. I've tried that.
Pretty sure you can.
Well, you can create NHL teams. Just not AHL.
So Rick, you create an NHL team, but when you create an NHL team, they actually offer you to create. The issue is that you have to create an NHL team, and then it offers you that you can either keep the AHL franchise that's already there, or you can create your own AHL franchise. It's not something that's separate, though. You get separately make your own AHL franchise.
Because I've tried to do it this year, and I've made like 48 teams.
Oh my god!
And create a team.
I thought you could. There's a way, but no, you can't.
No, because every time when you go to add more teams, it's just you're stuck with the Swedish Elite League teams.
I'll look into that because I thought there was a way you could substitute the AHL team.
I mean, if it was, I'd be switching out Bridgeport Islanders in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I do want to thank everyone for joining us at the Analyst Desk at 2:18 in the morning or the afternoon or the evening or whatever time zone you're in.
Afternoon.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow because I know we're going to have to talk some CFL tomorrow. We got some big NHL games going on. I know Rick's going to be doing a lot of stuff. If you were interested in some Hamilton Ticats training camp, make sure to chat over to Rick's channel.
Lane, if you want to join on Victoria Day, I am doing a live stream that day if you would like to join.
We'll see what's up.
But I do want to thank everyone. I want to thank Rick from Hamilton Sports Central for hanging out with us
I don't
again.
know what I'm doing tomorrow.
The good thing is too,
Victoria
for
Day
anyone
is
who
next
missed
week.
Adam's knee in the first stream, you got to see it. You got to see it again. He has a beautiful.
Jacob, stop mentioning it. Nobody cares. Stop mentioning it. Oh my god.
Have a great night, good sir. Always
First
good
off,
to see you guys.
And Adam's showing his feet
Jacob.
for free.
Jacob, you know how you used to make.
Go.
Jacob, you know how you used to make those cardboard milk cartons with people's faces on them?
Yes.
We need to make one for Funfish because Funfish has not been here the last few times.
Maybe.
What the hell is happening
Adam,
to Funfish?
Maybe he's an Adam's
Probably working.
No. But no, nobody.
But guys, I
nobody
do want to
lives
thank
in the
you. I do want to
basement.
thank
We're
everyone
at
for
it.
joining us. We'll be back tomorrow to pregame the Montreal game, plus talk about a little bit of what's going on in CFO training camp. Who knows? Maybe Dan and I might have something special tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Happy Mother's Day.
Baseball, go Jays, go win.
Yeah, Jays have a huge win. We didn't get to talk about that.
Apple lost their first game.
Also, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers here. Mothers are amazing people, and they do a lot for us, including making us actually be here. I always said luckily women are here to make us. So thank you. And thank you very much for joining us at the Analyst Desk, joined by Adam the Goat, who learned that goats do bite, Rick from Hamilton Sports Central. Of course, we have Lane Dashing Dashco, who found a hat that fits him. I absolutely love the hat. And we have Dan, Mr. More for your money.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Woo! Until next time, thank you for joining us at the Analyst Desk, where every day feels like game day. We'll be back very soon to a theater near you. Have a good night, everyone. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever time zone you're in. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
It's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show. It's the Analyst Desk. Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's the Analyst Desk. Welcome to the show where every day feels like game day, bro.